Hmm.
It's Jay. I can see up your nostril that you're that close to. Maybe
Yeah, you're
step
very
back.
close.
Bro, I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. I don't.
All right, King Arsenal.
Mate, you're on your phone, you're better than me.
Like, you look
Chuck,
like you look like
are
those
you on a Nintendo or something? What is it?
No, I
when you
don't
first
know.
create a player before you change the skin color of the
Seriously,
hair.
I just need to move, bobble my head like this.
He's a creative player.
Change suit, add suit,
Oh my,
change tie.
Flick right to rotate.
like
Fixed
Roblox.
nose. Fixed nose.
Um,
Seriously.
it's
Roblox
it's
character.
hey, it's
No, it's all right.
recording, so I can see it now.
It's all right.
This
It's all right.
this
It's all
one's
good.
definitely recording.
Last game tomorrow, then United are on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, well,
No, it's a good. Well, look, I think as part of our review for the round, every game, we can do a recap on how things are traveling for that team. And,
yeah,
we can not only preview the game, we can also like surmise how they're traveling, what's happening, what's their prospects. And that way we sort of capture it all in one,
yeah.
unless you guys want to do something different.
No,
Nah,
go for
that's
it.
fine.
I'm happy with that. That's fine. That's fine by
Rick, you
me.
guys actually have a massive game because you got leads. You
Oh,
need to
come
win
on,
that to
bro.
stand. Nah, you
Come on.
guys got to win that.
You,
That's a gimme.
you can't be serious. That's a
You're putting pressure on City. They're not putting pressure on us. You're gonna put pressure on City.
Do you want to? How do you want to start? Do you want to kick off, or do you want to introduce it, Jay? Do you want to?
Nah, it just that's the entry point.
that's it. That's it. We don't need to keep introducing this. It doesn't need to be that formal anymore.
Nah,
All
Let's
right,
just
all right.
first cab off the rank. Okay, we've got Villa Leeds. It's been a long time. Jay got married at the end of last year, and he's been on a 12-week hiatus. So the
I
pod
got loaned out to
Mate,
Marseille.
I've
the the podcast has just literally come to a grinding halt because somebody on this podcast got married.
mate.
I got
Um,
loaned out. I got loaned out. They need my services elsewhere.
Mate, we did not think this was going to pick up again. We thought we were going to rechange the
We lost
name.
him. We lost him.
Just the two man crew,
We've lost him.
two live crew.
We actually, me and Chuck did record, but he didn't record.
Yeah.
Ah,
No, actually, we did a really, really good podcast, me and
Yeah,
Rick. The problem was it never hit record,
no.
and then we
that's
gave
the
up, and we
problem.
thought we're just going to wait.
That's why
We're
you
just
need the third
gonna.
man, bro. That's why you need the third
That's it.
man.
That's
I'm
it.
like
That's right.
Undertaker. This is my Undertaker return.
That's right.
Well,
So,
Do you want to kick it off, Rick Villa? What are we
yeah,
thinking?
Villa Ricks, talk to me. Talk to me. What's
You
going
got to
okay.
win
on,
that,
Villa
bro.
Ricks?
So
It's a
it
big
look,
game.
it's not an easy game. It's a big game. I'm not going to play it
Oh,
down.
come on, you're at
Come
home,
on,
I
man.
know we haven't been good
All,
recently. We've been stumbling.
all I hear is
bro.
how
Leeds have been
amazing
getting
this Villa
slapped
team
every
is.
week.
No, they haven't. They've been picking up. They had to draw with
Ah,
Chelsea last week.
bro.
And
Oh,
you,
come on, Rick.
Jay, this is. I'll give you Leeds recent form, right? So
Yeah,
you
beat them
understand
4-0 like 2 weeks ago.
who did. You
Arsenal.
you also drew with Wolves to last week as well. So it's
But we're talking about Leeds now. We're not talking about Wolves. We're talking about Wolves for
I
now.
know, but
That's coming later.
this is what they've done. We've drawn with Chelsea last week away. They beat Nottingham Forest at home. They lost to you guys 4-0. They drew with Everton away, and they beat Fulham. That's the last five games. And for a promoted team, that's not bad. They've actually picked it
Okay.
up since Farker was almost on the chopping block.
The only title challenger team they played against was Arsenal at home, and Arsenal walloped them.
Yeah, they
Right?
did. They killed them.
Chelsea have been all over the shop.
Oh,
Right? Like
Chelsea are
I'm not.
misfits.
Yeah, I'm not even going to count
There's
Bro,
that
they struggled
result.
against Karabag.
Exactly, and Forest are a bottom 3-4 team. Like you keep telling me you're the third best team in England. This should be a 3-0 game. Like this is
Nah, come
you're
on,
at
mate.
home, easy going. Come on.
Turn it up. Nah, nah, nah. Look, it's a game we should win. I'm not going to lie, but a 3-0 win. Oh, especially the way we're playing. I don't know. Look, we haven't been good recently. And at home, we've dropped three games, which we rarely do. So again, we're not in the best form. For me, it's a banana skin and a half. I want to win, and I think we should win,
Oh,
but it's a banana skin.
okay.
Um,
This has
but
got 2-0 written all over it.
I hope
Yeah,
so. I
same.
really do. Like
And
if our midfield decides to turn up this week, which hasn't the past couple of weeks, we'll get the win. But I don't know. Douglas Luiz is a bit patchy.
I reckon both your strikers are going to score in this. Whoever starts first will score,
This
and then
guy.
whoever comes on scores. No, I reckon it's going to be 2-0, and Watkins if he starts, and then Abraham, or vice versa. And
I
that's going to
well,
be that's the game.
to be
a lot
fair,
of rumors swirling that
Villa's form hasn't been great at all.
not
Nah, they've
recently.
been
You guys are
especially at
struggling
home,
lately.
especially at home. But Every team has a blip, and
Yeah.
class is permanent, as Rick tells me. And this team should be too much for a promoted team at home. They're the third best team in England, apparently. So this should be a pretty straight walk in the park.
Look, they went to SJP and they're unlucky to win. Put it that
Well,
way.
yeah, but
Oh,
Newcastle were at
Leeds.
sixes and sevens. We've been all over the
Okay.
shop for a
Newcastle six
while.
and sevens, but we're the third best team. But anyways,
Well, you are. We're 10th. We're all over the place.
listen, you're not going to get any feel good stories or passes by me for anything Newcastle related anymore. So we're going to just establish that from now. But look, in all seriousness, Leeds, look, we should win this. We should aim to win this. We should want to put pressure on Man City. I'm hoping Newcastle do something with Man City, put pressure on City. But I don't. Again, we'll come to that game. I think we
Hmm.
should win. If we fumble this, then mate, we've had 4 games at home. We've won one, so not good. So I'm hoping we get the win. We should have enough to win, but like I said, I'm cautious about it.
you guys should win that one. I think you guys will. I think you guys will pick up form after this game. You have to.
Yeah, this should be the beginning. What's your upcoming games, Rick? Like, do you
We
have a
got
good
Wolves
run
next
ahead
week.
of you?
We got
Oh,
Wolves next
jeez.
week away, and
There you
then
go.
it starts picking up after that. So,
Rick, you guys got Man City on your last game of the
mate,
Yeah,
I
season.
don't want that to
That's
be
but
a
that's
title. I don't want that
no.
to be
that's massive.
I don't want that to be a Champions League decider. If you understand, that's the last thing I want. We got Old
Nah,
Trafford in
but
2 weeks.
But
all, all
I'm looking at it from an Arsenal lens because we've got like Burnley and Crystal Palace the
You
last
got
two
City as
games.
well.
No, in a couple, not that late, but we've got Burnley and Crystal Palace in our last two games, and you've got Liverpool and Man City.
Jay,
It's
the way you
massive.
guys are playing and the way Arteta's behaving with all his antics and so forth, it looks like you're going to throw everything the way it's going. Like there's no confidence in the team anymore.
You know what
we'll
it is,
get we'll
Rick?
we'll get to
Anyways, we'll get to
Arsenal,
there.
but
Yeah,
I think having Man City away at the last game of the season when you're so far ahead
we need
and
to wrap it up.
you're not playing in a matter of time where there's
Mm.
jeopardy, like even now, like there's not a whole lot, but there's jeopardy now. That's a dead rubber. Like I think you'll finish third or fourth, and
I hope so.
it's a perfect time to play Man City. It's over for you. I don't, oh, it's very unlikely that it's going to be a title impacting game for Villa. Maybe for City, but for you guys, it's you're going to play them at a time it doesn't affect you at all, which is good.
This week could be big because Man, you play Everton away, and they don't really do well at Everton.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and but Chelsea play Burnley, they're going to belt Chelsea. So, sorry,
And
Chelsea are going to belt them.
Everton's
yeah.
on decent form as well.
They are. So I expect Chelsea to leapfrog Man United, and Man United either get a draw. I'm not sure how Man United is going to pick up anything at Everton. I don't kind of know what you're going to get with them. So we
Mm.
must win to create that gap because we got Man United at Old Trafford in 2 weeks, and you know how they've been flying. So yeah, we've just got
Well,
to.
Rick, if you guys don't win, you got Chelsea's got Burnley. They should definitely beat Burnley, so they're going to
Oh
be three
yeah,
points behind you.
Yeah,
big
So
yeah.
time.
this is a must win for you guys to stay
Oh
top
yeah,
three.
this week and next week's must win for us. It has to be. Bloody hell.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, exactly. Even Brentford, man. Brentford's got Brighton, and Brighton haven't been playing well at all. And
I
then
get.
Brentford
I
are
Brentford are
think
doing really well.
I think the team you need to watch out for a lot is Liverpool because if they keep stuttering, whether you finish third or fifth, it doesn't really matter. Like
Yeah,
it's a Champions League spot right this time.
yeah.
So it's Liverpool that's sort of the worry for you. Like if they hit a run of form as well, they'll feel like, hey, we're a top
But I think
five
they
team. We're
will.
gonna, yeah, they'll feel like they
Yeah.
belong there, which means then it'll be a shootout between Man U, Chelsea, and Villa. So as long as Liverpool keep faltering. You're going to have a buffer there to get top five.
Well,
Yeah.
we are the imposter out of all 6 teams that are in the top 6 at the moment. So make no mistake, they want to push us away. Like they've said it so many times, the fans, we don't belong and all this sort of stuff, which is fine
Yeah,
by
you,
me. I'd rather
you
be the
have, but
underdog.
you've had a really good year. Like you've had a really good campaign. Like it's the Nottingham Forest of this season. But can you hold on?
Nottingham Forest of
Jesus,
this season. Like,
I
okay,
threw
no
that
worries.
out there. Threw that
That's all
out
right.
there.
It's all right.
Threw that
Jesus
out there.
Christ!
I got to
Jay,
AK-47s for
if
You got
footy.
fucking
Jay,
Anthony Elanga over here shooting from the hip.
threw, threw a grenade over the
No, no.
fence.
Look,
I
Aston
just
Villa,
threw a grenade and ducked.
Aston Villa Marinakis.
No, okay. So let's
Anyways,
look at that then.
got to
If we're
win.
gonna have a look at Villa, you've got okay. Let's just say you don't beat Leeds. Even a draw's a bad result.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
got,
very.
like
Yeah,
it's 3 points. Like if Leeds hold out for a point tonight, that's not good for Villa.
No.
And Wolves next week, that's a derby. and they're playing like a team.
But look
You
after
know,
that.
it's going to be so easy for them to have a pre-match speech. It's like, guys, do you want to bring these
Fire up.
guys down?
Yep.
Do you want to ruin their Champions League campaign? Go for it. Like play
Well,
with a bit of freedom, So
for me, the
as
following two games are the deciders for us. We've got
yeah,
Chelsea and
but
Man
that's what I'm
United.
saying. So you got your next run of 4 games, like you really need to get points.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to falter right now in this four
No.
because especially the last two because you're going to give a direct rival that.
Yeah.
But as I said before, the caveat to all that is does Liverpool find form? Because if Liverpool finds form, then this 4 games is crucial.
Yeah.
But
Big
if
time.
Liverpool doesn't, it's almost like you've got an insurance policy because you've got top five.
But
Well,
do we trust
but
Liverpool picking up three
I
points
don't
at
trust
Forest at
anything
home?
with
I
Liverpool. I don't trust anything with
I don't I
Liverpool.
don't I don't think it's just Liverpool. It's if we beat Chelsea and we do something at Man United, you obviously gain on them because they're the
No,
contestants.
of course. But my
So
point is that Chelsea, they might have, there might be a few wounds there from earlier in the season. And if you don't beat Leeds at home,
we got to beat them.
what I'm saying is you're going to
Yeah.
be on a run of about 4 or 5 games where you haven't done anything at home.
Yeah.
You've relied on a Brighton own goal where your defender missed the ball and threw him off. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the difference between you guys getting points. And if you had to play Chelsea at that point, you would have done nothing at home for a while. Mate, if they take the lead, there's going to be a lot of fingernails biting in at Villa Park in that
Yeah,
game.
Look,
yeah.
You know?
yeah, no, I don't disagree, but I think you're painting a very grim picture. I think personally, I think we'll be okay. I just
Yeah.
don't know. I just want to get to the Chelsea game 2 from 2 and then not have to worry
Oh,
about losing,
obviously, if you win your next 2 games versus these two guys, like I mean, you're gonna be on 56 points,
it's a
chasing
lot.
10 more points in 10 games.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like it's
it's
not even a
okay. Yeah,
joke anymore. You're done. That's why these 2 games are crucial. But if you only pick up a point here and you're traveling against a fearless Wolverhampton team who
yeah.
want to ruin your party, that's not a good time, right? Like
No.
even though they're not great, but you saw against Arsenal when they threw the kitchen sink and they played without care, they're dangerous.
Hmm.
But that's like any team. Like this
Yeah, I
like any
know.
of these
It's the
teams.
Premier
This is what
League.
worries me.
Yeah,
Look at Sunderland. They've started stuttering now, right? They've kind of had their run.
yeah.
They've kind of stuttered a bit. Everyone's kind of amalgamated in the middle,
But
sort of thing with the
they lost a lot of guys in
Africa.
AFCON, which
Yeah,
really threw them off.
and
Yeah.
Like no
Xhaka's
team
not,
got more impacted as well.
and Xhaka's not been playing. I think he's injured. He's on the bench or
Yeah, I
something or
think he's
other.
just
Yeah,
come
he's
back
out.
now. Yeah.
So there's all that sort of stuff. But look, yeah,
Mm.
I think just go back to circle back to the original point. I think we should beat Leeds. I not comfortably. I don't care if it's again comes off the knee or a toenail. I'm taking anything. That win,
What's
power drive.
Yeah, of course, you're going to want another Brighton game,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
What's Leeds' injury issues? How are they looking? Are they
No, they don't really have
is
anyone injured. They've got everyone there.
okay? They got everyone. All
Yeah.
right.
Actually,
That's
to
the
be
only reason
honest,
I'm saying. If they're missing anyone, if they're missing Calvert-Lewin the way he's
no,
playing,
he's playing. He's playing.
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
Yeah. So he's
And what's
been
that American guy? The
Edmonton.
Aronson.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
Yeah,
good.
Aaron's
Aronson. Yeah. You got to watch out for him.
Him,
Because
Okafor,
yeah, but I'm saying Aronson finds whole pockets. That guy. He's very dangerous.
he does.
yeah.
Very dangerous little player.
Mate,
You know.
Daniel Farker would have been the man. So he's really turned them around.
Yeah.
Like if you look at their recent record, they've gone
Look.
they've
No,
gone
no,
they've
no.
gone
I
away
agree.
and they've
They're
played
pretty
really well.
fearless.
The
Mate,
last time they lost was against you guys.
we should not have even beaten them in that game.
I know.
We
That's what
got
I'm saying.
very
It's
lucky. We
crazy.
got very lucky in that game. It was the latest goal in Premier League history when Harvey
Yeah.
Barnes scored. 102nd minute.
What a joke, the
Like,
extra stoppage time now, eh? Since they woke up,
it's
it's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
yeah, it's because of VAR stoppages. It's just the game's gone backwards, man. But
Completely.
anyway, I would love to see a Longstaff goal somewhere, but I
Old
think
stuff.
I
Is
think
he still playing?
he's
Bloody
for
hell.
Leeds.
I know. I know.
He's for Leeds, yeah. So
But
anyway,
all right.
I'm tipping 2-0. I'm tipping 2-0
2-0?
Villa here. 2-0, 2-0.
Yeah.
It's a
Chelsea Burnley?
toss up between 2 or 3-0, but I'm going 2-0.
All right, let's move on. We got Chelsea Burnley. We're all picking Chelsea.
What happened?
Oh yeah, by a long shot.
Okay.
The Chuck's getting subbed out.
No. Tapped out, tapping out.
Injury time.
Hey,
Uh,
Chelsea, Burnley, Chuck. You picking Chelsea?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
come
I
on.
don't think there's much to debate there. I
We won't
think
touch base on that. But if they win, Rick, you guys are they're right on your tail, mate.
Well, we played
Chelsea
before,
will win that
don't
game.
we?
Yeah, I know, that's right. You are. Oh, same time.
No, same time. Yeah, all the same time. Okay.
Same time. So we'll be refreshing that
Yeah.
at the same time. But the thing with Chelsea is, how do you see
And
Rafinha? How do you see
Palmer's not even
this?
playing well. Palmer's been playing really
Nah. Oh, he missed a sitter last week. How
For the
lucky
win.
was that for the win at home?
Yeah.
Like
Right there.
literally, it was a
Happy.
0.86 XG or something.
yeah, it's
He
terrible.
missed it. Palmer of all people. That would have really put a little bit more heat on Villa if they were only,
Yeah.
2 extra points.
Man,
Um,
you got guys fourth, fifth, sixth. They're like their teams are terrible. They go through a little run like Man United now, and then they're going to
yeah,
drop off the next 5 games. Like you know what I mean? It's not teams that are like
It's just a
legitimate
game
top
of
teams.
runs. It's just a comp of
That's
yeah,
it.
runs.
that's right.
Put
It's
a
a
run
game of
together,
runs.
you're in.
How many points have Man United picked up under Carrick? They just got a new manager bounce.
They had
They're
a
So
like
lot.
literally,
four out of
he,
five. They've
yeah,
only had a
4 out of 5. Come on, 12 out of 15 points, and then that's
13.
Yeah.
13 they
it.
drew as well.
Yeah, I'm saying 13 out of 15 points in a very close league.
Yeah. Look what's happened.
That's look, they'll
Chelsea's the same.
catapult them. You
Chelsea's
know?
the last five's the exact same. Four. They won four
Yeah,
and
I can
one.
see. Yeah.
Just really Liverpool, Arsenal have dropped off, and Villa. We've got
Mm.
Yeah.
re-rating pieces. What do you reckon about Brentford and Brighton? I think Brentford should do them. Brighton's got too many issues at the moment.
Brentford,
Yeah,
they
same.
just keep on winning. They
Yeah, they're
just
gonna
don't
find a
stop.
way
There's rumours that Hutzler might be on the chopping
on the
board,
block.
He
Yeah.
has to. That team has,
crashing with the senior players.
mate, the amount of money
Oh,
they've spent
really?
as well. Yeah. The amount of
Yeah,
money
they
they've
they
spent, huge
they
money.
bucked the trend this year. They spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Actually,
150 mil.
the last season and the season before, they've really actually backed the club. Like they've gone in pretty hard. Um,
But they
and
have they
yeah,
bought well? I don't know.
nah,
There's too many risks. Way too many
They're
risks.
still the same players, man. I feel like the team's exactly the same from they had last year. The front three.
yeah, yeah,
Danny Welbeck's still there. Yeah. Milner's kicking
Welbeck's,
around still.
Welbeck's actually playing okay this year.
yeah. Welbeck has saved them.
Yeah.
He,
Welbeck
he,
is, I think, he's their top scorer. He's saved them that bloke.
he is, but who else? They got no one else up front.
Nah.
Yeah.
Matoma's
Ferguson's
in and
But
right.
out
you
of the
know,
team.
but you know what? Like I'm expecting a lot of results here to go as per normal. But that's the one game. Brighton, although we're all tipping Brentford, I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up in the morning and I see Brighton,
2-1.
Brentford 1 and Brighton 2. Like
Yeah.
that's the type of game where I'm like, ah, wow, Brighton got him, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but look, I think we'll agree Brentford have been tough at home.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pick Brentford 2-0.
Yeah, I'm the same. Or I'd say 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
They don't
One
lose
all
at home,
draw.
Brentford. Yeah, well, they don't lose
Yeah,
at home.
they're hard.
Very
They're hard.
rare. Very rare.
It's
Mm.
very
This
intense
game,
sort of ground.
West Ham and Bournemouth. What do we think? It's at home. West Ham
But
home.
I think
I
West Ham
think,
will win.
yeah.
They're doing
Not
okay.
only not only do I think they're gonna win, I think this relegation battle could get really spicy because if they win,
And Tottenham,
they
Tottenham to
Drags
lose.
yeah.
Tottenham in.
Well, I think we'll get to the Arsenal game, but I think Tottenham's gonna lose, and then you got Forest. Who Forest got this round?
Liverpool
Liverpool
at home.
at home,
Oh
but they're at
God,
home. Forest is at home.
But did you
doesn't
see
matter.
what Forest did in
They're
the
playing
Europa
bad.
though? They demolished
No,
Fenerbahce.
did they?
Look at the
You, know,
look at the score.
No, I didn't
you,
see.
you, you put a bottom side team of England in Turkey or Bulgaria, bro. They'll be the top team.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Yeah, but dude, they lost three. They beat Fenerbahce at away 3-0. Forest have not won. Have hardly won an away game this year.
did you beat them as well, didn't
Yeah,
you?
one. We
For
only
the,
won 1-0.
that's what I'm saying. You guys haven't been that impressive for a while.
So we got
Um,
we got the win there, but they demolished Fenerbahce. And
but
Fenerbahce
that's what I'm
had
saying. Fenerbahce is crap, man. They're
no,
not
but
the same.
they got Kante, Asensio in the middle, Genduzi. They got some
They're
decent players.
no, those guys are there for paychecks, mate. They're not. They're not playing kissing any
No,
badges.
no, I know, but bloody
You
hell,
know.
that was a good result for Forest, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is actually. But look, the relegation battle is going to be really interesting. Like I think West Ham, if they do their bit and win, that's 27 points. And then, okay,
Tottenham lose.
let's just say we all want Forest to win, right? Like we
Yeah,
want Liverpool to cop it. Like you guys want as much as I do.
yeah.
And then if Tottenham lose, Tottenham will be 17th 2 points above West Ham.
Yeah.
How juicy will that be?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God. I would
and
love that.
and next week Tottenham have Fulham away, and Fulham have been going pretty good at the Craven Cottage.
Oh, mate,
So
Fulham will be smelling blood. Harry
yeah,
Wilson.
yep.
Fulham will be smelling blood in that game.
Mate, have you seen Tottenham's run? They got Arsenal, Fulham,
Nah.
Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland.
Oof.
So I don't. Yeah, they got a. You know what I mean? They got Palace next at home, and you know what I mean. The Palace, the way they've been playing now, who knows? I don't know. Actually, they lost to Burnley. Palace. I'm
Mate,
not talking about.
Igor Tudor was saying he's only got 13 fit players. So not only is it a quality issue because they're obviously lacking quality, they've just
Quantity.
got no one fit.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
got no one. They got no
But
one there. And
New
they lost
coach.
everyone.
yeah, they're very, very lucky that they qualified in the top eight in the Champions League. Are those extra games, mate? They would have killed them.
Oh yeah, big time.
Which
That's why.
says everything about Europe, right?
That's why
This
I.
this
That's why I said to you to put money on them. I think even though they probably won't, I reckon they'll come very close.
What's your prediction? Who do you think will go down?
I reckon. I actually Pereira at Forest. I reckon we'll keep them up, and I think West Ham. I'm actually. That's something I reckon Spurs will get relegated.
You
The big
think
four.
Spurs will get
Yeah,
relegated?
I think West Ham. I think West Ham have
Wow.
got enough. I think West Ham. To be honest, watching West Ham recently, I think they got more than enough to stay up. I think I I rate Pereira more than I rate Tudor in the Premier League. Like
Yeah, but
when
Tudor
What
hasn't
what
shown
would you pick
anything.
Shooter in? He's got no Premier League
mate,
experience to begin with.
No,
he's
nothing.
only lasted
Yeah.
like 90 days at every club. Like he hasn't lasted that long. Like 90.
Yeah.
I
You've
can't
got
remember
Harry
the
Redknapp. You've got all these other guys that Sherwood that they've had
dude. They got
EPL
Spurs. They got
experience.
all injuries. They got a new coach. They haven't won at home for God knows how long. He's got to turn all that around. Plus, he's got a derby this weekend, which could go any way. And then if they
Look who
lose the
they've got
derby,
out.
that could just hit him. That could hit him for six.
Look who they've got out. They've got Bentancur out. They've got Bergvall, Richarlison, Madison, obviously. You've got Ben
Kulishevsky's
Davies,
gone.
Pedro Porro's out, Mohamed Kudus, Kulishevsky, Romero's suspended,
Yep,
Solanke's doubtful. It's the whole starting lineup gone.
they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. Maybe he can
Mate,
get a tune out of him. I don't know, but I don't know. He
well,
got
they
sacked. He
haven't really
just got
played the last. They haven't really played the last week anyway. They've had the week off.
Tudor just got sacked
Dude,
from Galatasaray. Where was he in Turkey? So I don't remember. He just got sacked somewhere. Greece.
Yeah,
uh,
45
it
days
is
in.
his
it
Tudor's
is it is fraught with risk, that appointment.
Yeah,
Like I'm beyond shocked that they went out at a time like this where you needed someone who at least has some experience in the Premier League, who
yeah,
can firefight, and you've gone out for a guy left field, like
yeah. Very
literally
dangerous.
never done anything in the Premier League from a
was in
managerial
Juventus
standpoint.
last time
It's
around.
crazy, crazy. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, look, it's high risk, high reward. Maybe it can pay off, but if they lose badly to Arsenal and
yeah.
mate, Dr. Tottenham, they've fixed a few pet teams' problems, that team. Um, if they lose badly, it's going to be hard for him to right that ship.
Oh yeah, mate. But
You
the
know,
thing is, he has managed. Look, he has managed Juventus. I think he's managed some other big clubs. So,
yeah, but
Lazio as well.
yeah,
so
but those Serie A teams, what do they mean now? Like
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
not. This is not.
he's only coached like 10, 20 games for them. Like it's
Yeah.
not. It wasn't around for a
I'm
while.
looking
I
at it
think the
now.
longest was Marseille. Marseille was his
Yeah,
longest.
I'm looking at it now. Juventus 24 games, Lazio 11, Marseille 48, Hellas Verona 36, Hajduk Split 18, Udinese 21, Galatasaray
You
34.
guys have had more apps in a Match KFC than this guy's coached
He
anyone.
hasn't even
That's
lasted a
exactly
season
right.
anywhere.
It's bad, man.
He lasted at Hajduk Split for 70 games in 2012, 2014. That's it.
Why wouldn't they
Everything.
go for Redknapp? I don't understand that.
Oh, for
I
who?
think what is he? 79 now. It's a bit old.
Redknapp?
Bro,
He's cooked, man. Redknapp. He's not going to
Yeah,
do
bro,
it.
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
Redknapp's the relegation king.
You might
Yeah,
as well go for Sherwood.
no, but at least Redknapp will set them up in a way where they can play, right? Like it, and it's not forever. Like I would have definitely asked Redknapp.
Just
He
consultant or
knows
something.
he knows the club. He's got common sense. He's fought how many relegation battles? Like the fans would get behind him. The problem is that with Thomas Frank, by having him there, the really poorly performing players gave themselves an out because the fans directed everything at
Yeah,
Thomas
they
Frank.
hid behind him.
If Harry Redknapp was there, they are not having a go at Harry Redknapp.
Yeah.
They are looking at the players. So
Yeah.
the accountability is off the charts. You've got to run. You've got to move. You've got to. They're not going to boo Harry Redknapp. Like this time
No.
now, all eyeballs are not on Thomas Frank. They're on you. You
Yeah.
need to perform.
Yeah.
So that even that alone. Whereas with Tudor, as I said, bad result versus Arsenal. If that happens, they're just going to blame Tudor and the players are going to get away with it again. You get complacent.
And we
That's
have to
such a juicy game
Yeah.
It
because that
is.
could you guys, Jay, you guys at the moment aren't in great form. You have if you lose, City win. Again, shaky boots.
Nah, we got to smash them. The only problem we have at the
You'll beat
moment,
them. You'll beat them.
our midfield is our problem at the moment. We've got Marina out, Havertz is injured again, and Odegaard. So now
Yeah, but
Saka's starting to
what do you
play.
mean? What Odegaard's injured?
Yeah, he had
Yeah, that's
a
good.
huh?
Is Rice fit?
Yeah,
Rice is here,
Is
Zubimendi.
Zubimendi fit?
yeah, you got
Is
enough,
Eze
more than
is
enough.
Eze fit?
Yeah, you got
That's
plenty.
your three mids. That's the three
No,
mids.
man, Eze's been all over the place. I don't
But
know. I'm not confident in him. Saka played Cam against Wolves the last week. He played okay, but he's not a
he's
midfielder.
not a
Nah,
cam. He likes to be out
he's a
wide,
winger.
cutting
Yeah,
in, running down the line,
he's trying to take
ghosting
on
in.
guys through the middle, bro. He's not
No, no,
Zidane.
no, no. That's not his game. That's not his
Nah.
game.
You know what? I just
Jesus
we're
is
at
back.
that point now. We're at that point where Arsenal we're at the choking point now. We've done the last 3 years. It's happening right now. So we've got to get the
Well,
3 points this
as
week.
as
Perfect
much
time.
as Jay, Newcastle don't even travel well away. We went there and we completely outplayed them. Like
Who?
Good.
Spurs, Tottenham,
Oh yeah,
Tottenham.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Tottenham's not a good team. Like
They're
if you
crap.
guys find a
Yeah,
way to mess this up,
oh,
like
big
I don't
alarm.
care if it's a new manager bounce. It doesn't matter. The playing squad is not good.
No,
That's not a good group of players. If I
no.
looked at that team and I said, hang on here, like they're just really underperforming and they should hurt Arsenal, that's a different story.
yeah.
This Spurs team is really poor.
It's wounded big
Like
time.
they are where they need to be in the
Yeah,
bottom three, bottom five, right? They're
yeah.
really poor. But in saying that, if you guys cock it up versus this really, really horrific, depleted
Yeah,
Tottenham team,
very
We're in
bad.
trouble.
I think the alarm bells are they're not
Well,
just they're
we
flying
drop
off the
points against
radar.
Wolves, and then we lose to these guys. Hypothetically, if we lose to Tottenham, that's you got to start asking questions because then Man City should realistically beat you guys. You guys
Yeah,
have
I
struggled
expect them
with
to
them.
beat us. That's
I
right. We
think you
can't
guys
beat
have
them.
beaten them like
Yeah.
once the last 10 years or so, whatever, how long.
Yeah,
So
and we're gonna beat them after they've had 2 weeks off. Their last game was last week versus Salford. They
yeah,
rested everybody. That
I
was
know,
last week.
I
Mm.
know. And the funny thing, Arsenal's
Come
played
on.
3 games in the last week and
Yeah,
a half.
same. Well, same as us. We played 3 in 7 days. We
So
traveled. We went halfway to Hong Kong.
yeah. Anyways, we should definitely beat them. I'm confident
Mm.
that we will beat them just because of they've got their whole lineup out.
I
Uh,
hope you beat them as well.
do-
Like I
we,
really, really
just
I,
hope you beat
I,
them in
I
that
want to
game.
touch base
I
on the
think they're
Wolves.
cooked, man. Fuck.
I
Yeah.
just
I
want to
want
touch
them to
base
be
on the
cooked.
Wolves game. I think we've just been too complacent with the lead that we're playing. We're just trying to waste time against Wolves. I don't know why we
That
did
was
that.
so bad, so bad.
Yeah, I
Guys are
hopefully,
diving. Guys are taking their
Yeah.
time. Guys are feigning injury. This is
yeah, you
Wolves. This
can't
is
do that, man.
Wolves.
Against the
That
bottom team, the opposite end. You can't be
You
doing
gotta
that.
clean them up.
before they played you, they were on 9 points. Historically, that ranked them in like the bottom
Worse.
four teams
Yeah.
of all time
Yeah,
at this stage of the season. And they also sold their main striker. They replaced him with Armstrong, a championship striker. They've got nothing.
no,
Yeah.
they cooked
Like
hard.
that's
Very,
like they
very,
get that.
very bad
Don't get
result.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They're going to fight. They're going to fight a little bit. They're going to give a bit of effort. But that's the bare minimum. You guys have so much quality, and to score and then to get a second goal.
Like that.
I don't know. I don't even know what the odds
But
were. I don't even know what the odds were at when you're 2-0 up to throw that away versus that team.
That was a Gabriel and Raya issue. That was not because Wolves were playing
Who
early.
who do you
Like
reckon was at fault in that one?
Gabriel, let it go. The keeper
Gabriel,
had it.
Yeah,
sure.
Keeper
I
just
agree. I
grabbed. He
agree.
called it. So
Yeah,
Gabriel's a bit like that. He gets a bit overzealous and he kind of tries to get involved in too much. Like let it go. Raya had it. Game
yeah.
over.
That was Gabriel's
Silly.
fault as well.
Buckled.
I saw that.
You know what it is. Even when you watch Arsenal, like I try and watch obviously every game, but when you watch it, they just you don't feel like they're in control to beat this team, even when we're up. I feel like there's always a case of them clawing a goal back because we become way too complacent. It always happens. We can
I
become
think
too comfortable. we get a goal up, we think we're fucking sick cunts, but I edit that out. But I'm just saying, like,
Mm.
just like they're too comfortable. They don't go for the kill. Whereas Man City of old 5 years ago, they want to pull 4 or 5 goals into you.
No,
Liverpool,
if you're up 2-0, definitely. They'll keep going.
I don't.
we just want to win 1-0, 2-0, and we'll be happy with that. I don't know why we're
I
like
think you
that.
guys are very clunky, Jay. Like even though you've got the players to go forward, I think the way you guys attack is very robot. It's not
I agree.
fluid,
I don't
you
like
know.
how it's set
When you
up.
watch City, even though they're not the greatest City team of the past, but they
They
go,
find holes.
they're through the
They
hole.
find,
They run the
yeah,
channels, you know.
Rick, they
that's
got a
right.
Haaland there as well. That makes
Not
a
just
massive
that,
difference.
the midfield, man, like they create space over the top,
Yeah.
cross, you know, switch. You guys are very pass, go down the line, cross it. All right,
It
pull it
doesn't
back, go
work.
back and go. You know what I mean? It's all mechanical. It's
Very
very
rigid.
just get
Yeah.
a bit of WD-40 and you're done. Like that's how it's just
Yeah.
boring,
But in saying
but it
that,
wins.
and we said it, oh, I don't know if you guys both said it, but I definitely said it very early in the season. Gyökeres being so mediocre has cost you as well. Like any half decent striker this year, you guys would have
Yeah.
been not 5 points ahead. You would have been
Miles
nine
ahead.
at least, maybe 11 points ahead at this stage. He's been so substandard. And even again against the Wolves team, I mean, where he didn't do anything,
Mr.
got
50.
subbed off. You
Yeah.
know, like
I think I want
you,
to.
you, you
I'll
you guys need another striker, Jay. You got to go. If
I'll,
Havertz is fit, I can't believe I'm saying this.
He has to start.
Havertz is your
we
striker
look
to the end
better.
of the
We
year.
look better.
That's
That's
it,
for sure. We
right?
did, but I can't just blame Gyökeres. I don't
No,
like the way Arteta sets up the attack. It's Arteta and his whatever attacking team he has. The way we come forward is terrible. It's so crap to
Yeah.
watch, and
It's
it's not.
very
I feel like
clunky.
we're never going to score unless we put a ball in across the ball in the box. Like
Yeah.
he can't. That's not. You can't rely on that all the time. And look at now, our goals have dried up. We can't score.
mm.
It's
But you know what? You're only
But
one
if
win.
I, yeah,
Yeah, you're only one win away from a from a pickup in form in this bloody league, man. Like you,
no.
if you
That's
yeah,
beat
right.
them 3-4-0,
I
Arsenal's
know, I
back on
know.
the winning trail again. So
But,
it's very
but
fickle, very fickle.
because
But
our defense hasn't been that great the last month or so, that's why we've dropped points. We've won games because of our defense.
Who's missing?
That's
Nobody.
no one, but they're not playing well. Oh, our fullbacks have been hit, like swapped
Timber.
around a bit.
oh,
The
come
color
on,
back,
you
but
guys are you guys have got a clean bill of health. I don't want to hear
no,
it.
we didn't have Saliba 2 weeks ago. But
Okay.
anyways, besides the point, we
If
still
you
got
if you if you
Got
have if
enough,
you
but
have
to
if
hang
you have
carpet.
Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli as your front three,
More than enough.
like
no, I
no,
know,
do you,
I
do
know.
you think that's more than enough? I
No,
think
no,
that's
to
so
beat Wolves.
mediocre. That's a Fulham team. That's a
Yeah,
Fulham
but
No,
bro,
attack.
I'm
to
saying
be
to
even
beat Wolves.
Come on.
But
Okay,
then,
okay,
Chuck,
whatever.
we
Beat
should be
Wolves.
beating everyone outside the bottom four. I think we should be comfortably with the team we have. I think our defensive line is not. It's like I'm not gonna say it's faultless, but it's pretty good. And because our back line's not playing well, Gabriel hasn't been playing well. That's what's kind of killed our form at the moment. Because again, even if we don't score, we'll get a goal or two. We'll be able to hold
Mm.
the game well
I think
anyway.
I think Odegaard's killed you a bit too, man.
Completely.
Odegaard's off a cliff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, what the
He's
first
really
thing I would do if I was Arsenal coach is call Odegaard into a room, call Rice into the room,
I should be
and
captain.
say, "You take that armband off and you give it to him.
yeah. Rice is the
You're
captain. I don't know
done. You're
why they've
done.
done it
You
to Odegaard.
focus on playing. You focus
Yeah,
on doing something, scoring goals,
yeah,
creating chances. That's your job. You're the leader now.
yeah.
That's
Hundred
it,
percent.
right? You've not only is Odegaard not vocal, I've never seen a captain get taken off after 60 minutes more than this
Yeah,
bloke.
but he goes
Mm.
missing as well in games too.
Yeah, but Rick, he's been taken off after 60, 65 minutes about 25 times this
Yeah,
season.
if
That
he
Who
goes
hand,
takes the
missing,
captain? Who takes
yeah,
the
no, it's
captain
weird,
off after?
stupid,
that hand
What is this?
he had last
Come
year
on.
or the year and a half
silly.
ago, that's killed him since then. He hasn't been the
Come
same.
on, man.
He's been
Who
gut.
is
Dude, he's got the record for the most non-penalty goals for midfield in a season, and then the year after that, he scored
Yeah, but
seven
Jay,
goals, and
this
then now
we've spoken about this. Players fall off a cliff. We saw
Yeah,
Gordon. I told you when Gordon was 22, how good was he? Last 2 years is I've seen enough. Like if someone makes a good offer, he can go. Like with 2 years ago, 11 goals, 10 assists, 5 penalties he won for us. That's 17 basically goals that he
Mm,
did for us that year. The following year, I mean, he just broke his goal drought now after a year.
yeah,
Give me a good offer, I'll take it. Like players fall off a cliff. They really do. They get these
yeah,
big contracts, they get a bit complacent. They're
finished.
not, they're not, it's the old,
heads
what
not in
was
it.
it? Who said it? Was it Sugar Ray Leonard, that quote as a boxer? It's very hard to wake up in silk sheets and go for a run at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, like in satin sheets, you lose the desire. You're not the same
The
person again.
hunger's gone. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's like Saka now. We just re-signed him a couple of days ago for, I think his next contract's going to be 300K.
300K.
And
Wow.
Yeah.
he's had the worst season. How are
Yeah,
we
yeah,
rewarding that?
Yeah, but he
yeah.
hasn't been good
Well,
for a while, Jay. Like he's gone missing
yeah.
heaps long. Him and
Yeah,
Odegaard have just pull up stumps.
yeah. I don't know.
These players are pretty fickle, man. Like
Rice is the
It's
only one
you,
that's
you,
actually driven you forward. Rice has just been the
uh,
most consistent end to end.
you won't see me say a bad word about Rice.
No,
Like
you
I've got a
can't.
lot of time for that guy. He
Yeah,
works hard. He's a
does.
very good professional,
Yep.
and he's a key reason why Arsenal is one of the best teams
Yeah.
in the Premier League. He's a key
yeah,
reason. You
Yeah.
know, he wins his battle. He wins the balls. He scores some crucial goals. He's
Yeah.
such an important player for your team.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
But I can't say that about everyone else. And
No.
when you're telling me you're trying to win a title, and Gyökeres, after what we've seen, Martinelli and Madueke, that's your front three. For me, Jay, we've spoken about it offline. That's one of the worst front threes to win a title, I think, ever, ever.
Well, it should be
Like,
technically Saka. It's not
Uh,
Madueke.
it's gonna.
I know.
My view is that if you guys win, you're going to be one of the worst Premier League champions in history.
That's a
I
short.
think,
You gotta put that as
you
a
know,
short on YouTube.
yeah, that's, I don't think you beat any of Fergie's teams. I don't think you beat any of Mourinho's teams. I don't think you beat Klopp's teams. I don't think you beat any Pep team.
Maybe
Which basically
maybe
leaves,
some of
which,
Pep's.
nah, I will, you
So
find,
you're
tell me which
saying
one.
Arsenal
Uh,
won't beat
Not
the
all of them.
last
No.
Fergie team? The last Fergie team that scraped it with Robin van Persie. You don't think we beat that team?
Van
Who in
Persie
your
and Rooney.
team is better in attack than Van Persie and Rooney?
But
Who?
what about their back line? They had the centre backs were 40 years old.
Jay, do you know how good Van Persie was that year?
He scored
I
like 20.
Do you know
understand
how
that.
good? Do you know how
Yeah,
good
he
he
scored a
was that
lot.
year?
No, I understand that, but you can't. You can't.
He was one of the best players in Europe easily. Like he was that good. He had his best ever year that year in his whole career.
Yeah,
That
but
was
Chuck,
the year.
but the game's changed. Then he's not going to dribble around Gabriel and Saliba. That was never his game. He's not an Isak. He's you kick the ball to him. He's going to volley it, or he's going to be in the box. He's a
Jay,
poacher. It's very different.
I've seen you guys struggle against mediocre attacks. You're
Who?
very you guys are the best defense relatively now. You are. But
But
there's only
which striker?
there's one decent striker in the Premier League right now. One. Holland. Okay?
Yeah.
Back then, 2010 or whatever it was, I think it was 2010. Go
13.
have a look at the strikers that were in the Premier League.
Wow.
Like, can't compare.
Okay.
And Van Persie was dynamite. Rooney, the brains, the knowledge of Rooney to pull players out, Van Persie to kill you off. You
I think.
couldn't, man. It was just too much firepower.
Do you know what it is? I think because Arsenal's been in a rut at the moment, everyone is putting them down. But if we go on a massive win streak now, which we probably
If
will,
you go massive win streak.
no, hang on, no, because I feel like it's a lot of recency bias of how bad we're playing at the moment. But 2 weeks ago,
that team wasn't.
We beat two teams 2 weeks ago, 4-0 and 3-0 comfortably, and we're up and down now. We've played like 6 games the last 3 weeks, man. It's a lot. Even though you can talk about depth or whatever, we've played a lot of games.
That team, to be honest with you, it wasn't the greatest team, but was one of the great. Sorry, even though Van Persie was awesome that year, and
That's
Rooney
what I'm saying. The
it
team
wasn't the
average.
greatest. It was
All
the
right,
rest of it had
exactly.
Shinji
Thank you.
Kagawa, Patrick Evra, Raphael, Johnny Evans. Like,
What do you mean, Patrice
Bro,
Evra?
they
Come
had
on,
Johnny
man. He was
Evans.
a
31 years
back.
old.
He was good.
He was old.
He was a good. He's a left back, Rick. He's not a winger. He's a
Chuck,
left
but
back.
he
They
was-
can go to 31.
he was down on the next year. He went to Juventus. Like, he was done.
Chuck, that Robin van Persie carried that team. They weren't that
No,
good.
he did. I know. I
Yeah.
know he did. I know he did.
He carried Arsenal the year before to 4th place. He scored 30-something goals. Like
Yeah.
that's
but Jay, that's probably the worst Man United team that won a comp.
That's right. That was the
Yeah.
worst Man United. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, Rooney was still there. So they had Van Persie and Rooney was playing as like a 8/10.
Like a midfielder.
Yeah, so he was still there. So Rio Ferdinand was still there. Okay.
Yeah, Ferdinand was like 40 years old. Come on, like
Doesn't matter. De Gea is a good
makes a
goalkeeper.
difference, man. The game.
De Gea is a good goalkeeper. He's better than Raya. De Gea. I don't care what you say. De Gea was a better goalkeeper. Look, as Johnny Evans was the defender in the world. He was okay. He's not. People think of Johnny Evans as maybe a poor defender when you compare him compared to Rio and Vidic. He was a very good player
I
there.
think
Vidic still played games there. He was there.
So how old was
Carrick
Vidic?
was
Search up how old Vidic was. He would have been
okay.
I'm looking at it now. He was
30,
30.
30, huh?
No, he's
30?
30. He's 30. It says on
30.
Okay.
Okay,
sure.
well, 30. It's not
But the
40.
biggest
He was
difference they had
30.
was they had Ferguson, bro. That's the
That's
key.
That's
the
right.
difference.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
agree. But
they had Michael Carrick as well in there, right?
you
Like
They
what I'm
can't
did.
saying
say
is
this squad's the worst
this is
squad
not
to
a
ever
bad
win.
team.
But you can't say it's, bro. Like, we're not a top 5 team of all time, but we're not the bottom 5 team of all time. You can't say that.
I said one of the worst.
But that's what I
One of
mean.
the
With
worst. Okay.
one of the worst is the bottom of the barrel team. We have
Yeah,
to
I think you're a bottom. Premier League's been in existence since what, 91, 92?
92, yeah.
92, yeah. In my opinion, this is going to be one of the bottom 5 teams that wins the comp. Your second or third highest scorers own goals, Jay. Like,
But then we've got
I don't even know what to
6 or
say.
7 guys that are on 6 goals. I understand our
6
scoring.
goals. You're going to talk about 6 goals. You act like that's something special. 6
Bro, how
goals,
many?
Jay.
But then
Come
you can.
on.
All right, do you want to discount penalties then? Because then Salah last year had about 12 penalties. He should have had about 15 goals if that's the
Come
case.
on.
Nah, you
All
like
in,
Thiago
in
now. 90% of
all I
Thiago's
know
goals
is
now are penalties.
all I know is the best player, the first player picked between both teams, that Man United and this Arsenal
Yeah.
team, would be Robin van Persie. He's the
All right.
first player that's picked. And you know what's the most important position on the pitch? The striker. And if the striker is firing like no tomorrow, which he was, I'm always going to back the team that has got that.
All right,
Simple as that.
who's in the midfield? Who do they have in the midfield? Fletcher? Who they have?
No, but Giggs was still playing. He's 38. Valencia
No,
was
no,
there.
I'm not gonna
Mike
call
Delvin,
gigs. I'm not gonna
Kagawa,
call gigs.
Bro, but
They
I'm
had-
saying
Javier
I'm looking at the
Hernandez.
games.
if they're not
Yeah,
going to
they
have the
had-
ball, Van Persie's not touching the ball. If their midfield's not going anywhere near it, it's pointless defending that. We go even look at Leicester. Leicester
think,
had 3 or 4
Jay,
good players.
But Jay, they still had Wayne Rooney there. They still
Yeah.
had also what's his name, Carrick. Very you're sleeping on Carrick. You know what Carrick would be worth if he was playing in today's game? The way how crap the game is, how good Carrick was. He was a workhorse.
They had
He
Nani.
could play every pass. He was a good player.
Nah, Nani was
Nani,
shocks.
I'm not going to worry about Nani. But what
No.
I'm saying is,
I think
you know,
that team was probably the
Chicago,
worst one
okay,
of the
yeah,
lot.
he was a worker.
Yeah.
Which one? This is, I
The
mean,
United team was probably the worst of
every
the lot.
every Man U fan would say this is the worst Man
Yeah.
United team that won.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you still had
Enough.
Ferdinand, Vidic on 30. You still had Carrick there. You still had Rooney, and you still had Van Persie. And then you had De Gea in goal, and Evra, that's a half decent defense. It's not as bad as you think. But the difference between the sides is that they had a dynamo up front, and that dynamo would punish you guys. Right? Trust me. So what I'm saying is, if you played 10 times, I reckon this team would win more than they lost versus you. In my opinion.
I think after Van Persie, I think they're.
Well, they fell off a cliff.
I think they're better.
That's right.
I'll tell you something. After Van Persie and Rooney, the other
I don't know.
9 players, I'm picking Arsenal.
Bit batchy.
Are you picking Raya over?
I'm picking Rice over Carrick. 100%.
Are you picking Raya over De Gea?
I pick Raya.
I don't know.
Oh my God!
I don't think I'll pick Raya over him.
De Gea was mad.
But De Gea is a good shot stopper. He's not good on his feet.
Towards the very end, everyone picked.
Jay, if these guys were younger, I would say I agree with Chuck. But they're in the twilight years.
But they were in the end. They were coming.
But they're in the. That's what I'm saying. You got to go by how they are at the time. Vidic was old. Ferdinand would have been like 35, 36. Like, I don't think they're as good as you think they are. Outside from their firepower.
The nucleus of the team was Van Persie, Scholes, Carrick.
Scholes was
no, Scholes. No, I mean Carrick. Sorry, I meant it was Van Persie, Rooney, Carrick.
It was Van Persie and Rooney.
Of course, those were the two. But you still had Ferdinand and Vidic that both played nearly 30 games each.
They played
you had
a lot.
Evra that also played nearly the whole season, and then you had De Gea. That's not a bad team. Trust me. Anyway, this is a matter of conjecture. It's a matter of opinion. But
Jack,
the difference between
I'm looking at the ladder now. Man United had a worse against than Everton. Everton came sixth. That just shows their backline wasn't as good as you think it was. They're old.
They weren't at their very best. I'm not going to say it was, right. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say they were at their very best.
Bro,
But
we had fucking Koscielny and injured Vermaelen, then we had a better against than them. We came fourth. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I think them, Leicester, and probably a couple of 90s teams are a lot worse than Arsenal now. Even if we don't
Not
win it,
many.
I feel
Not
Jay,
many.
they finished with
There's not
89
many,
points. They finished with 89 points. That's a half decent campaign. They nearly cracked 90, right? That just tells you how dominant that attack was, led by Van Persie and Rooney. What a need match winner, man. And unfortunately, you guys are defensively. I'm not going to say they're better than you defensive. Of course not. I agree. I think you guys are better defensively. But going forward, guys normally punish crap teams, right? That attack with Van Persie, they punished everybody. Like
he
didn't
killed it.
need
He
crap,
killed it.
didn't need crap,
Yeah.
didn't need man, didn't matter whether it was crap or good. They punished, like they were just too good. Whereas you guys, you're. It's probably harsh to say flat track bullies, but you're not far off it. You smoke those teams that really struggle, which was a surprise why you've struggled recently because you haven't had that many hard games, and normally you thump those teams. But anyway, look, it's up for conjecture. I think it's between that Man United side. It's obviously between the
Leicester.
Blackburn team and Leicester and this Arsenal team, and that would be the 4-5 teams I put in that mix. But you're not beating any of Klopp's Liverpool. You're not beating, okay, forget this Man United, but you're not beating any of the other Man United sides.
No way.
Like, forget that. Forget that.
Chelsea.
You're not beating, I think you're not beating any City side, right? There might have been one year where they're a bit iffy, but I
Chelsea and
think you're not
Arsenal,
beating,
no.
you're not beating Chelsea. You're definitely not beating your other Arsenal teams.
No.
Which it's what I'm saying is it's a small, we're comparing champions here. Like, they're a very good group, right? Like, if you win, and people call you the worst team to ever won, who cares? You won. Doesn't matter. It's relative.
But there's always going to be a narrative against Arsenal. That's the problem. No one likes Arsenal.
Well, you do that. You make that yourself. You're insufferable. The fans, man. Like no one.
Arsenal TV, man. That's the problem.
AFTV. You're insufferable. But look, I think it would be I'm open to the argument if you tell me that Arsenal team could beat that Man U team 2012, 2013. Like, I think it's relative. It's close, but I think they're better than you, in my opinion, because I just saw them win all the time. They had a killer up front and they had a killer number 10. Like, still street smart, man. He got like 12 or 14 goals that year in the Premier League. You're not going to get anyone that gets that high. And that was their second striker. And then you've got to.
And he was coming down too. Yeah.
Okay, but I know he was coming down.
No, but he still produced, I'm saying.
Yeah, but Rick, he would, do you know how much blades of grass that guy covered? He wears everywhere. He was putting every pass.
Who's on that? Rooney?
I think they stuffed up by putting him in midfield personally.
No, but what I'm saying is he still was solid, very, very effective.
He could play anywhere.
And I think he ended up with 14 goals now. And Jay, I'll shake your hand right now. No Arsenal players getting on 14. Okay? And that's their second striker. And then you've got to think about the beast in front of him. They had another guy in front of him, right? That was actually more lethal. And that's why I think they had that extra gear that you guys don't have. You've got a defensive gear, but I think their attack with those two will find a way versus your defense. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I just think I think there's more to it than just two players. I think you got to look at the squad.
It goes to show you about the compies, but
it is exactly. It is like
relatively speaking. Like they ran away for that year, but relatively speaking, Arsenal's first in Europe and the EPL, so that's the best you can have. Like you can't go any higher than that.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is it's a reflection of the state of football at the moment.
It's shocking.
You know, it's.
I think football has gone way too overly analytical and structured to the point where everyone's doing the same thing now. You got teams at the top like Arsenal, then you got Brentford, and then you got the bottom guys that got someone that can launch a throw it into the box now, and that's the way of attack.
Well, do you want to know who? Do you want to know who the top 3 scorers in the Premier League that year were?
What?
Van Persie, Luis Suarez, and Gareth Bale.
Yeah, big names.
That was Bale's elite year.
No, but Bale was he was world class. Look, he wasn't. Berbatov was there. Like he scored goals,
You see,
right?
he was
Like you had.
behind.
Chuck,
You see,
that
he was behind Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I saw.
who?
No, but
Berbatov?
Benteke.
no, Benteke. Yeah, but Benteke had a career year. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was
He was good.
unbelievable.
You
Yeah.
still
But
had Lukaku, you had Berbatov, you had Lampard on the
Yeah,
way down. What
had
I'm
heaps.
saying is, you had
Even
these are
Zeko.
names.
Far out.
These are names, mate.
yeah,
That
but Chuck, that goes to my point back then. The top teams heavily outweigh the bottom teams back then, and they stood. That's why those top teams, they had the money to be able to buy these players. Now you've got teams like Wolves,
Rick.
Forest. They've
Oh,
got
sorry,
money to buy these.
Jay. You know how many goals Mitchell scored in the Premier League? 18 that year. He played for
Yeah, but that
Swansea.
was that was that
W
one
West.
that was his FIFA
I'm
Street year.
talking. Okay, but I'm telling you, you can go through any year in that period. The players were better. The teams it's discounting your theory that the
It's
teams at the
not.
bottom had no one.
It's not. That's what
Lukaku
I'm saying.
scored 17 for West Brom. Berbatov scored 15 for Fulham. Ricky Lambert scored 15 for Southampton. Frank Lampard, okay, well, he's Chelsea. But what I'm saying is look at the team, look at the players in the bottom mid-table, and they had goal scorers, right? They had actual goal scorers. Now you've got Igor Thiago. Here they've got
Yeah.
5 Igor Thiagos.
Yeah.
It's anyway.
It's dropped off
We'll
hard.
agree to
Too hard.
disagree. It's dropped
No,
off.
I think
Yeah.
Big
obviously
time, big
I
time.
agree.
Dropped off.
I agree. A goal scorer has dropped off. I 100% agree with that.
Well,
But
then if the goal scorer has dropped off, what does that do for the game, for the
but the
players, for the
wingers,
team?
it's wingers now that are scoring. It's how the
Yeah,
games. That's how the games
it's
progress. The strikers
teams have
aren't only
moved away
scoring.
from 2 strikers. Okay,
Yeah, they don't play
That's
that
but
done
anymore.
now.
they
The
they,
game's
they have,
changed.
yeah,
You can't
yeah,
look
they
at it. You
have.
can't compare. It's apples to oranges. That's why I'm saying you can't compare that era with all just strikers scoring to now. Odegaard and Martinelli had 15 goals 2 years ago. They're midfielders. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah, but
the
they were the
striking.
best 2 in the Premier League. Then do you want to compare the midfielders who scored back then? You had Lampard crack 20. You had Scholes who cracked 20. You had Gerrard who nearly cracked 20.
Goals.
You know how many, what do you mean Scholes? You know how many,
Scholes cracked 20. Scholes and Giggs. Giggs would have not scored more than 10 goals. I'm telling you right now. The
no,
wingers.
I didn't say Giggs. I said
No, but I'm
Scholes.
saying, Scholes probably cracked it once, but he played 30 seasons, man. He played for ages. Like,
Do you know what they said about Paul Scholes? Paul Scholes scores goals. That's the moniker that went with Paul Scholes.
But important
Right,
goals
like
they're
that.
talking about. Yeah,
Mate, he
yeah.
was a
Yeah,
very
he's
good
top
attacking
player.
midfielder.
Chuck, I'm
Like,
looking at right now. He did not score more than 14 goals 1 year. That's what I'm saying. You can't say he scored more than 20 goals. Like there's midfielders have always been scoring. Like recently, midfielders have been scoring a lot. Kevin De Bruyne, Odegaard. You've got guys like that coming through. Palmer scored
Okay, Jay.
Palmer
Look,
scored 20 something goals year before. Like that's I'm saying the game's changed
Jay,
now.
26 in 10. How many times did he crack 9? 31 in 9, 33-14, 28 and 9, 33 and 9.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Scholes, do you know, like he's almost getting 1 in 3 from central midfield in a team and he played in a Man United team that had a minimum of 2 top strikers. Minimum.
And they'll load it.
Minimum. He was maybe the
But they'll
fifth.
load it. But that team's
Okay,
loaded.
but Jay, but this is what I'm telling you. He was probably the 5th scoring option on that team. 5th in most instances, maybe 6th. Right? If
Anyways,
he played with Ronaldo, right? What I'm saying is, and that's one guy. Do you want to go look
to
at
my
Frank
point,
Lampard?
teams were more top heavy back then. They're not top heavy now. The game's spread out, and there's not enough talent to go and spread out in the teams now. That's why it's dropped
Right
off.
now, we're not even top heavy now. There's
But
one
the
striker in the comp. Who's the wingers?
mid-table-
Who's the mids that are scoring now? Who?
But the mid-table are giving it to the guys in the top table. It wasn't happening before. I knew when you look at Man United back then, you knew they were going to smash Everton 3-0, 3-1.
Yeah, because because Jay, look at the top end talent. Look at the top end
but that's my
talent.
point,
They
Chuck.
smoked them. They smoked.
I
They were
don't
too
see-
good.
But
They're
you're
too good.
only as good as your competition, and your competition's not as good back then. These guys are going to be looking like superstars. That's why the game's completely changed now. It's spread across the field.
Are you telling me if I pulled out those Man U, that Chelsea, that Arsenal team, that Liverpool team, are you telling me if I pulled those teams out and put them in this comp, they wouldn't be burning half these teams apart?
The mid-table, I don't think they'll be as good.
Oh my lord!
I don't think
Well,
so.
that tells me you haven't watched the game. You haven't watched. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I think
Well, I
Huh?
know look. I know what you're trying to say. I just think you're saying it wrong, Chuck. He's saying. Look, for me, the top end of town was miles better than it ever was before. So
Yeah, okay,
sorry,
but
before the now, miles
yeah,
better. So put that in perspective. If the level of the top end was here and they're at here, they're going to smoke everything below that. I agree with that. They're going to kill teams below that, right?
but that's
Which
the end of the day.
I
That's the end of the day.
But I
I
Like
just said
the
that. I don't know
talent
how
at the
you're
top, the top
saying
four,
it right.
five team, the top 4, 5 team in that era
was
don't
miles
even
better.
give you a chance. They don't even give
Yeah,
you a
no, they'll
chance. They
kill
were
this.
But that,
so
but
good. They were so lethal. These mid-table teams now that you think are they're punching above their weight. They're not punching above their weight if those teams were
bro,
playing. They're
last year,
getting smoked.
hang on. Last year you had Imbremo, you had Wissa. They both scored over 20 goals each. What did they come
Yeah.
last year? They weren't top four. You wouldn't have teams like that back then. That's the difference.
Jay,
The game,
that Brentford team had nothing. They
huh?
got 2 players. They had last year under Thomas Frank. It was everybody sit back and watch these two guys go forward and
Yeah,
score
but what
two
name
goals.
name a
They didn't
mid-table,
do anything.
but name a
That's
mid-table
40
team
goals. It's a lot.
that's
Yeah.
40 goals from two players,
No,
Chuck.
it was very good, and that's
We
why they went for big
never had a
money. They
team
didn't
like
last
that
long.
in the 2000s. I'm just saying the teams in the 2000s and early 2010s, the top four, you knew they were going to pump the whole comp.
That's
Always. There was
right.
always
Yeah,
that's why there was always called Big Four. They're always
yeah,
top four,
yeah.
no matter what, never interchanged.
That's right. They're
Now
too good.
they were too good because the rest of the comp either A didn't have enough money. You had Derby County, you had Hull, you
Yeah,
had all.
yeah,
There was no money coming through. They couldn't
You,
survive.
Jay,
yeah.
you know what's happened? This is what's happened. That's what's happened. Whereas
But that's what I'm
before
saying.
that was happening. Whereas now it's just gone squat like that.
Yeah,
The top has
exactly.
But the
fallen, and
but the problem is the ceiling and floor has also come down.
I
well, yeah,
agree.
Right?
yes,
But
yes,
I
So
think
yes,
the
the
floor
yes,
the
has
whole the ceiling and floor
yeah,
has
yeah,
all come down.
yeah, it
If
has.
you were to put if you were to put if you were to put 40 teams together, say 20 back then, 20 now, right? Pick a random season between 2000 and 2010. I think 4 out of the 5 teams in the comp would come from then,
The top, yeah,
right?
of course it
Yeah,
will.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah,
top.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Four,
yeah, yeah.
four out of the 5 teams would probably
Yes,
come from them.
I
And
agree.
then out of the next 10, I think it would be a bit of a dog's breakfast. I'm not, but
Yeah,
I would still lean towards 2010. But
yeah.
then if you compare now, I think the bottom 3 teams that get relegated in that 40-man comp would be from back then.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that's
No,
what
no,
he's
no.
saying. The
But
tail's
what
worse
I
back
know,
then.
but the
I think
tail is slightly worse back then. I agree. The tail
not
is slightly worse
slightly,
back
it's a
then.
lot worse. I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's a
come on.
lot worse.
Do you want to look? Do you want to look at the teams that got relegated last year? We knew they were relegated after freaking month 3. Like,
Yeah, no
it's not a
garbage.
lot worse. It's not a lot worse,
But
right? Even this year, Burnley and Wolves this year would get relegated any year.
they're
They're
crap.
shocking. So,
No, no, I
but
agree. I agree. You're always gonna have shit teams, but I'm
yeah,
going by. Let's say you go mid-table, right?
I'm saying that the standard, the quality of teams, the quality of teams. If you were to put that, the easiest way is to put 20 teams then, 20 teams now. You pick a random year. I think if 6 teams get relegated and they're on quality of play, 4 of them would probably be from back then,
Yeah,
out of the 40. But if you were to look at the top 8, I'd probably say at least at
five.
least
Yeah,
5
five.
out of the top 8 are from then. At least,
I
if not
agree. I'm
6,
not. I'm not.
if
But I'm
not
not disagreeing
6.
with you.
So what I'm saying is, if the to win comp, Jay, to win the comp, it's like tennis. Okay, I'm going to give you a tennis analogy. It's easier now for Alcaraz and Sinner to win Grand Slams because they only got to face each other.
Yeah,
When Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal and Murray to a lesser extent and Wawrinka, it was harder for them to win a slam because they could get knocked out at any time. At any time. Like you didn't need to turn up for one game. You needed
mm,
to turn up for 3 or 4 to win the trophy.
mm,
Back then, if you've got 4 or 5 superpowers and you're winning the comp, you're really, really good.
yeah,
So automatically, if you're going to look at 30 years of Premier League history,
But
even
yeah,
more now, the winners have more pedigree, in my opinion, over a longer period than this Arsenal team.
but
So it puts,
is it
or
about?
by default, look, I'm breaking it down from a mathematical point for you. By default, that puts you in the bottom 5 teams that have won it
Okay, all right,
if you win it.
but is it better that a team wins for over a decade than you have different teams winning every other year? So you got a team that's
No,
won
I
13
prefer,
titles
of course, I prefer. You don't want 13. I hated Man U. That was a
because that,
joke.
that becomes a monopoly, right? So
No, that
Man
was bad. That
United
was very bad.
have completely sucked up all these smaller teams out of the
Yeah.
equation. They can't even compete.
But you know what?
Obviously,
To your point, to both of your points, there's teams that have dropped enormous amounts, more than those champions have ever dropped, and they're still
yeah.
average. That's the problem. It's
Because
to the point of the quality.
the talent pool is not
Yeah,
there anymore.
that's it.
It's
It's
not
over.
there. Teams are buying hype. They think it's the
Yep.
next big thing.
It's not
They
working.
get into the training ground. They're like, what the hell did we just sign? That guy was
Yeah.
better.
And I think it's contract sizes as well. I think
Yeah.
the players are getting
It's
Agents
killed.
agents are
Killed.
pushing narrative more.
Yeah.
You know,
You got Saka that
teams
scored 5 goals this year. He's got a $300,000 contract renewal. You got Salah who's on 500 a week or 400. He hasn't done anything this year. So
nothing.
I think that plays a part in it as well.
I think this year alone is and I said this before, is the worst transfer business I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's
Pound for pound.
horrific.
Pound
And
for
you know
pound.
what?
Everybody.
It was the most ever spent by
I know.
Premier League clubs.
Pound for pound,
3.1 billion.
worst. Pound for
3.1
pound.
billion. It tells you how bad the market is. It tells you how bad
All
the
it
market
means
is
is
and how bad it is.
the other leagues who don't get any TV money are just ripping off the EPL left, right, and center. And
Of
the EPL just
Yeah,
who cares?
They've got so much to spend.
Or
That's the
Portugal.
problem.
Portugal.
But it's twofold too. When Fergie was around, right, in that era, Man U had so much extra money. Like it wasn't,
Yeah.
there was no Saudi owning a team. There was
Yeah.
maybe Chelsea. When Chelsea came in 2003, that was the
Abramovich.
first time anyone saw that.
Yeah.
Blackburn 95, Jack Walker, he did it for 1 year, basically. They won the title. But up until that point, if you were a really good player in the Premier League,
You're gone.
Fergie bought you.
Yeah.
That you're done. If
Yeah.
you were like, whether it was Rio Ferdinand at Leeds, whether it was Dimitar Berbatov at bloody
Tottenham.
Tottenham,
Spurs.
if it was
Yeah.
Dwight York at Aston Villa, if it was Andy
Gone.
Cole at Newcastle,
Yeah.
you are gone. You're done. Like you're going straight to Man United, and you can't miss.
Yeah.
Like so, the guy just kept on. Not only did he have a great nucleus, he cherry picked the best player. Cantona was the best example.
But that's my
Leeds.
point.
Leeds won the Premier League. Leeds won the
That's
Premier
my
League. He
point.
brought him over. They won. Man,
He
you won the Premier
monopolized
League.
the league. You can't do that now.
Exactly.
But
now we've got restraints at the top where you're keeping the cartel. You've got Villas and Newcastles who can't break through.
Yeah.
We're handicapped. You know, like we've spoken about this previously. Villa, you know, they're selling women's teams. Every year they've got a record sale. They're looking for shrapnel in their pocket. And next second, you know, they've got a fine with UEFA to deal with, and they might need to sell someone else. Like I don't know what's going on. That's not fair for a team that's punching above their weight. Newcastle, on the other hand, okay, last summer was horrific what we spent, but it's only horrific because of the rules. If there was no rules, I couldn't care less what we spent. It's just chump change. Like we just go again, right? Like it wouldn't affect Newcastle. Oh, what we spent 150, 200 million. Who cares? That doesn't do anything to Saudi. They'll just blow up another 400.
You can't miss. That's the problem.
You can't miss.
It's impossible.
And the big problem is the wages, right?
Yeah.
If I want to sign RG over there and Man United's offering him 250 and I can only offer him 180, he's probably going to go over there. But if I really want him and I had no wage issue and I said, hey, they can only go to 250, we'll come over here, we'll give you 350 and we'll call it a day. And then you're coming to Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's done.
So
we're going to miss out on these players. We can't. You guys just offered Saka 300.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is on 280.
It's a lot.
Newcastle can't pay anything like that because of the rules. So
it's a lot.
Too hard.
So we've got constraints at the top now, you know?
I agree. I also think going back to the grassroots of football now, I think the way the development of players now is so rigid that they only want to play one kind of football. That's why you don't have these other old school players. You had Okocha, you had all these other guys, Bale. You don't have those type of players anymore. Robin, you got guys that need to pass back, can't take on a man anymore. I think the way the game's developed is
also I was watching this interview that if you ask any manager now, do you play direct football? It's almost an offensive word. They're like, no, we don't play direct football. We play it from the back. We build it up. And not every team's like that, but that's all the coaching, all the badges are done now. Player from the back, drop the ball, no goal kicks.
You want to show how good you are by being so progressive.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
You can't. Yeah,
Stupid.
It doesn't work for every team
Look
because
at
you don't have all
bro.
the
Look
players.
at Brentford. They've got throw-ins from halfway that are like, if they're winning, who
What
cares?
when you win it, that's the best football.
Of
Winning is the best
course.
football. You know,
And people like you're getting players that we want to play the Spurs way. Well, the Spurs way, you're sitting two above relegation. Play the West Ham way. You,
the Tottenham Hotspur way.
what?
Yeah,
What is
the
that?
West Ham way.
West Ham
It's
way. Play.
bad.
We want to play
Go,
on the
go have
carpet.
go have a look at Mourinho's way. It wasn't always pretty to watch at
Nah, it's very
Chelsea.
direct.
You know, he had big blocks of players, but
Yeah,
you know what? If he went forward, Drogba, Robin,
they
Lampard,
stayed.
they'll
Yeah,
kill you. They
yeah,
kill you. And if they took the lead, good luck. It's
yeah,
over.
Mm.
You know
yeah.
that was the worst team to play because if they ever took the lead, just
They
pack it
hold.
up because
Yeah,
you're not going to come back again. You're like it's game over at
yep,
19th minute.
yep.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
But that was the beauty of the game, right? Every team had its own style. Now
that's
everyone
right.
plays the same. Now because Arsenal doing well, everyone wants to be set piece kings. You've got Man United doing it. You've
Yeah,
got
but
Brent.
Jay, that's another thing, right? Like we didn't touch on that. For you guys to be as good as you are, and
The
you're relying
pieces.
on set pieces
Yeah,
and
not
own
good.
goals,
Yeah.
like I can't. If I
That,
told
that
you
makes
the
them
two key elements of your team are set pieces and
Throw-ins.
output wise, own goals is like your third or fourth top scorer, I would say, mate, don't tell me how great this team is. I don't want to hear it.
Uh,
It doesn't line up. It doesn't line
attacking
up.
wise, I don't. Attacking wise, I don't even
It
think you're the
doesn't
best
line
team in the
up.
comp.
Come on, man. You're relying on
Rick,
set
we've got the most
pieces. How
goals in
many
the
goals have
comp.
you scored from corners?
Oh,
Okay,
too many.
but naturally you're going to have more own goals because of set pieces. It's always it's inevitable. You're not going to get that from open play. Like that, obviously, when I have more own goals, is
But
we're in the
Jay,
box.
I understand what he's saying. Champions don't. They don't play like that. They don't play like
No,
you. The way you're
it's
playing
not
is like
only
a
that.
West
It's not
Brom.
only that. You
Like it's
can
a
do that against you can
yeah.
generally set pieces. You can do those
But
routines a
it's
lot
not,
better against poorer teams. But if you think you're going to run around doing set pieces like that on Mourinho's Chelsea or Fergie's Man United, that they're just going to laugh you off the park.
Yeah.
Like they've got tall timber everywhere. They'll defend. John Terry's heading everything.
Yeah.
Look, you're not going to get in there. Peter Cech is not going to make a calamity. He's not going to let you put four defenders on him and put away. Mourinho's going to come up with a tactic, screen, get it out,
Yeah.
counter, Iron Robin kills you. You're done.
Yeah.
Like
look, I don't care as long as we win. I don't care how we
I
play. That,
I
that,
know, but
hey,
I know, but what I'm saying is that style
I
of
don't care if we're the
football,
bottom five. I don't care if we score 70 own goals. If we win, it's a
and
win.
that's the bottom line. That's the
That's the
bottom line.
bottom line, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Look,
bottom
we
line.
beat Inter Milan 3-0 3 weeks ago from all open play goals. Gyökeres scored from outside the box. We can
Did you
still
see
do
what
that.
Bodo Glimt? Did you see what Bodo
Yeah.
Glimt
They
did to Inter
belted
Milan?
them.
I know,
Belted them.
but
Belted
Inter
them
Milan,
3-1 as well.
final,
Okay, so I don't want to hear about how amazing Inter Milan is. Serie A football,
but
like
hang on.
huge
Inter
caveats
Milan
there.
were in the
Huge
final.
caveats.
But Inter Milan were in the final in Champions League last year. You can't.
And
You
they got
can't.
belted.
They got belted. I know that, but I'm just saying there's teams that we can beat the top teams without scoring on set pieces. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying Inter Milan's a
But the
great
thing
team
is, Jay, you're first in Europe. You're first in the EPL. There's no doubt you're
And
the
that's
best
it.
team.
That's all.
You are the
Hey,
best team as it is.
for
yeah,
now. For now,
Doesn't
but
matter
yeah,
how
one of the
ugly
you are
your
one of
corners
the best
are.
teams.
They
But
are.
the thing is, it's how you end the season now. You're in a really good
Yeah.
position. You're in the Carabao Cup final. You're still in the FA Cup. You're in the Premier League. You're top of the table. You're in the Champions League. Entering the final rounds. It's the questions on Arsenal are always how do you close the season? Do you have the
Yeah.
bottle? Do you have the temperament to get something over the line? Who knows? Maybe if you beat Man City in the Carabao Cup final, might give you the impetus to kick on and see it home. You know what I mean? But
I always
you got to
think
get a monkey off the thing.
with Arteta there, he's the main problem. He causes that much
yeah,
anxiety. He doesn't know how to control the game.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he gets
I,
you guys to play in a way that I
He's too
think is
edgy.
more.
He's way
Yeah,
too edgy for me.
I think
He's
he
like
causes a lot more problems for you than good.
he's the opposite of Ancelotti. You
Yeah.
don't know if
Oh,
you
the
don't know
guy's
if you're up
smoking.
3-0. You don't know if you're up 3-0 or down 3-0 if you look at his
I think
demeanor on the
once you get
sideline. This guy's
that,
so edgy. This guy's getting in players' faces, kicking the ball away,
Yeah,
getting onto the pitch,
I think he's the
screaming at his
problem.
players a meter away. Come on, man.
He's the
Calm
no,
down.
problem.
once he gets the monkey off his back, I think he'll obviously change. But I don't think he will. I think he might buckle this season, and I'm more leaning towards that. And I don't want that happening.
Jay,
I don't.
you've spent 300, whatever it is. You've spent a huge
Yeah,
amount of
but
money to buckle.
Liverpool spent 500 to 6.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Liverpool
no, I
spent
know,
But I'm
but
nothing.
what
just
I'm saying is gradually over the years, Liverpool didn't spend nothing last year. You guys spent. So every year he's
Yeah.
been
bro,
giving money and
they
more
bought
money and more money.
they bought Nunes 2 years ago for 80 mil. I can't say they didn't spend. Not obviously not as
I
much.
know, but last year when they didn't spend, they won.
It's a net spend. Arsenal have spend a
Never,
lot
never.
more, lot
I'm
more.
saying they're still spending. Man United haven't done anything.
No, we'll forget Man U here.
No,
Definitely.
that's
Like,
the
Mismanagement.
case.
Yeah,
if you want to talk about spend, everyone has spent. Newcastle has spent.
yeah.
You
Everyone's
guys have spent, Rick. You're up there too. You just haven't spent recently. You forget
Well,
about that. Goal. You know what I mean? Like
the
the
thing
whole
is, Rick, you spend a lot on wages.
but
You've
the
brought
spend
players in like Tillemans, and you've done a
we
lot of
had
free
to.
transfer, cheap business,
Yeah.
a lot of wages, but your wage bill, and most financial analysts say it's not net spend, it's wages. The wage bill
feel
is
that.
the best indicator of where a team should finish. The wage bill, right? So a
Well,
lot of financial analysts say that is the main indicator, not net spend, not total, not it doesn't matter. Wage bill.
I think you got to get it all into one, man. Like you can't be saying, "Oh, it's wages," and then you're dropping. You got to you're buying freebies. Like for us, Tillman's, Kamara, and McGinn cost 2.5 mil. Okay, the wages on top of that, I get that. But to buy that in
Rick,
open market, that's over 100 mil plus the wages.
I know, but have a look at your financial position, how much losses you've made for a long time now. It's because your wages have been way above what you guys can earn. Way above. Wage bill's always been higher than Newcastle for the last 5, 6 years. Way higher. Not even close. Like you
Yeah,
guys are
but
up here and we're here. Like you guys are so much higher wage bill, and that's why you're cracking 120 million pound losses. You're selling everything, and
it's
you're
not good.
still in trouble. It's because as I said, listen to any financial football analyst. They'll tell you wages is what kills you.
But
The
Chuck,
wage bill.
tell me this: where are you going to find freebies and offer them
It's
the
hard.
money
It's
we have?
hard.
It's
I'm
impossible.
not
Saudi
disagreeing.
Arabia.
We're going to
I'm
be.
not.
That
No,
was a
we
good
just
segment, but
that was good.
We haven't spoken for a while, so what do you expect? Um,
Hmm.
so we ended up, mate. I don't even know where we are now. I've totally lost track of it.
no, we did Arsenal. That was the last game. So whatever was after Arsenal, I think it's Everton
The Arsenal's
United.
the last game of the bloody round.
No, Everton United on Monday.
So you got West Ham next game. It's okay. West Ham, Bournemouth. We did tonight's game, and then it's Newcastle, Man City. We haven't even touched. So this is the big one.
How did we skip Man City and Newcastle? How did we skip that?
We spoke Villa, we spoke Brentford, we chose Chelsea, we spoke West
We
Ham.
we bypassed City to go to Arsenal. Started talking about Tottenham.
Right, we need to talk
Well,
about
that's all right.
City
At
and
least we covered
Newcastle.
them. Yeah, we got to talk about
It's
that.
the big one.
Nah, it's not a big
Game
one,
of the
to be
round
honest.
for me.
Yeah, because you're in a
that
title
is
race.
huge.
It's actually huge for everyone.
Mate, we are hoping you win,
Yeah, exactly. But look,
provided we win.
uh,
That's different.
I think Newcastle's record. There's two grounds in the Premier League that Newcastle just cannot go to. Cannot under any circumstance go there and get a result. That's Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah.
They're the
Not
two
good.
grounds. Liverpool for me is the worst. Like I never expect anything out of Liverpool. I think we haven't won there in like 25 years. Like it's horrific at Liverpool. And Man City is starting to get there too. Like we've played each other like already 3 times this year. We've got another 2 more times to go. You know what I mean? I'm not harboring any hope here in the game. As I said before in the message, we've played 3 times this week, all away, and one of them to Azerbaijan. The journalists that came back from that trip, for Newcastle journalists, said they were exhausted from that trip, let alone the players. And Man City, their last game was at home versus Salford, where they rested all their key players, and that was over a week ago. So
the flight's
If
like
you
3
ever
hours.
wanted to have a, if you
well,
ever wanted to
doesn't
have a
matter,
light
Jay. The
away
time zones,
schedule,
whatever.
if you ever
No.
wanted to have
Time zone.
if you ever wanted to have a light away schedule, you played Tottenham, which is a training ground run. They were pathetic. You beat us, who we were fucking. We just capitulated, and you played a
Got to
team
edit that out.
we did. We capitulated.
You
And
played a
then
team from
you played
the
an
other side
A-League
of the-
team, mate. So if you ever wanted 3 away
I'm
games, you
not-
couldn't have asked
I'm
for
not-
better 3 away games.
Did you hear about? I didn't
Guys
say
telling
anything
us
about the
flight
quality
pass.
of the position.
Forget
I didn't
about the
say
Qantas
anything.
frequent flyer
I didn't
points.
say. I didn't say anything about the quality of opposition. I said 3 games away in 7 days.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. And the third
weren't
game
grueling
is
at
in
all.
Azerbaijan. In Azerbaijan. Do you know what time kickoff was?
mate.
10:30 at night.
I
10:30 at night in Azerbaijan. Kickoff the game finished
You
at
were
like
up
1:30
4-0
in
in
the
the
morning.
first 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
you
they
guys
proved
didn't
it.
look. You guys
Like,
looked
come
fresh.
on.
The
Come on,
players,
you take
the
that.
players,
This
rumor
guy's giving
was,
us the flight path and time zone.
if you ever to look at a schedule, I'm telling you, when I looked at the schedule, I'm like,
oh,
this
here
could
we
have had an
go.
easy run.
Did you
That-
see the
that
schedule? Did you see the
Spurs,
schedule we had before this?
Spurs,
PSG, City, Liverpool. We played the who's who of who. Have you seen who we played? This is a joke. The only good news is after this Man City game, I think 5 out of our next 7 games are at home. Like
again.
we start.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Have you played away? You've hardly played away
How
this
many
year.
away games we've had? Do you know how many away
Qarabag.
games we've had?
I've never heard of this team,
Come on,
Qarabag.
it's
I thought
ridiculous.
they were a bloody Tesco. I
We
thought it
played
was
you
new
guys
Tesco.
away. We played City away. We're playing City away. We played Liverpool away.
Bro,
We
Karabakh
played
sounds like a renewable
What
resource.
is
Let's
this?
go.
What is it?
recyclable.
When I saw
Recyclable.
Qarabag, I thought it was a misprint on Google. Like
They drew 2-2 with Chelsea at home.
mate,
They drew
you were
2-2
did.
with Chelsea.
you were up 4-0
They
in
did.
25 minutes. And I thought,
Hey,
what is
they
this
just-
You
crap?
got 2 penalties as well.
Doesn't
gotta
matter. They
take it.
killed
Well,
them.
You know
They
what the
killed
problem?
them.
We were up 5-0 at half time. It should have been 8 or 9.
There should be
Mate,
there's
Sort
like,
of sinners were missing.
Chuck,
But you know who
there's
the
a
man of the
FIFA
match was?
rule.
Gordon.
You know who the
Who?
man of the match was? No, okay, Gordon was
Charles,
from
Charles.
Newcastle. But the second best player on the pitch was their goalkeeper. You know how
Really?
many saves he pulled
Oh
off?
my
Yeah.
God.
You could
Gordon
have
was
won.
man
You
of
could
the
have had
match.
a cricket match. You could have won.
Mate, they'll come to
10-0.
SJP. That could be
Unbelievable.
12-0. I'm not even
Nah,
joking.
we're gonna rest
Play
everybody.
kids.
The only
It's a
good
trial
news is
match.
we'll rest everybody, and then we got the draw. It's either gonna be Chelsea or Barcelona. Look,
You'll be
you don't
fine.
want
You're
to play any
cruising.
team, but I'm hoping we get
Tell
Chelsea.
tell
But
us the flight path for this one. How many flights an hour is it? These
anyway,
flights?
you're not listening. Not listening.
QF
So
100.
Man City have had one game at home the last 2 weeks, and that was versus Salford, and they rested everybody. Pep, who's already got our number, who knows how to set a team up against us, he's got 2 weeks to prepare these players. Who Arsenal, thankfully, have helped Newcastle, and I'm being sarcastic. You've given them a sniff, and now they're going to be hungry to clean us up and continue.
I think
If
they're
you
going to be
guys
hard
won,
either
they
way.
won.
Either way, they're going to be a
Hard
hard
for
team.
who?
Anyone.
Man City away now after 2 weeks off, basically 2 weeks off, and we're playing at, fourth game
Dude.
in 8 days or whatever. It's too much.
You see
I
Pep's
can't-
record at the end? How many points they've picked up from the run home after the final 12 games? Dude,
Go have a look at his points versus Newcastle.
I know. I'm not even. Look, to be honest, I'll be surprised if you get
Mate.
anything from there, but I'm hoping.
I hope I'm wrong.
1-1.
No.
Oh, this case.
I think we'll lose 3-0.
Come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
3-0, this
Nah,
guy.
seriously.
This guy. I
think
know
we'll
what
lose
this
3-0.
guy's tempering.
Nah,
Where are you, Ange Postecoglou? Tempering.
I'm telling you, I think we'll lose 3-0.
That's
Like,
a hammering. It's not a
I
hammering.
think we'll get hammered.
One thing I've noticed
But
without Bruno, you guys are playing a bit more underdog. Like you're a bit more grittier. So I think you'll give him trouble. I think you park the bus.
Tonali looks like the player he was last year. Like he's
Mate,
starting
he
to play
looks,
a little bit.
He looks, mate. You
He's
look the
starting to play a
good.
little bit.
You look the good.
If he, look, hopefully he plays well and adds a couple of zeros to his price tag, and he can go wherever he wants.
Mate, I will not be surprised if it's 0-0. I'll be honest with you.
I'll take a draw, obviously, a point because
No,
it's
Because
I think-
I know
he-
how will play. He'll play 9 at the back and Waltermar on his own at the front by himself, and he's
No,
chasing
no.
shadows. Waltermar.
Nah, City should win this. I don't think they're
City will
playing
win
really
this.
I
well.
know they should, but Eddie Howe
can't
will
match
park
them.
the bus because Eddie Howe will not press this team. Impossible.
Rick, they slapped them 2 weeks ago in Carabao.
Yeah.
Like
It doesn't matter. This is different.
it's not different. They played full
It's
squads in
not,
that
it's
game
not.
too.
And not only that, look, when you beat a team that many times, you've got the wood over them. You feel comfortable to play them.
You got nothing to
Like,
lose.
you don't. Rick, trust
Nothing
me.
to lose.
we're
They
not-
didn't make Europa at least.
Who?
Newcastle. You're
Yeah.
talking about.
Dude, if there's ever a team that pulls rabbits out of their hat, it's Newcastle.
I'll tell you what I will say though.
There's a whole rabbit pen in
No,
Newcastle.
no. I'll tell you what I will say. I don't have much hope tomorrow or tonight, whatever it is, tomorrow morning, versus Man City. But in the FA Cup at St James Park versus Man City, I think it's a coin toss. I think we can get them at home. If you remember in the first leg in the Carabao Cup versus Man City, that first half, Wissa, he looked like he was drunk. He missed absolute glorious chances to put us up 1 or 2-0 in that tie versus Man City. Then we had other chances. The Menu goes up the other end and scores, and we're down 1-0. What I'm saying is,
they punish you. Yeah.
what I'm saying is, Wissa has been so bad for us Like that injury, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like he doesn't
Cooked.
look anything like the guy from Brentford. Anything like the guy from Brentford, and he actually cost us in that tie. He missed. I think he missed over the two legs about four chances, four good chances he missed in two
Mm.
legs. If we get them at St James's Park and we start Walter Mata instead, um, maybe we can beat them in the FA Cup. But in the Premier League at City, nah, I can't see us.
But you had Bruno in the first leg as well, right? Against them.
Yeah, we did, we
Yeah,
did.
I think that's
But
for
like,
me is it's hard
no,
without him.
it's good. It's good. Like, of course, it helps if you got him
Yeah.
player. But I
All
think
right,
versus,
prediction. Score
yeah.
prediction.
Anyway, I gave you a 3-0. We're not going to do anything.
Rick, what do you reckon?
I'm going for nil or draw.
What?
He's hopeful. He's hopeful. He's
I'm
hopeful.
no, I reckon I've watched Eddie's conference just now on the Sky.
Eddie's
He's- he-
conference, he saw enough.
He said they're taking the Champions League next week very, very serious, which I laughed at because that's just me and Chuck can play in
No,
the
but
back will be the world. They're
no,
done.
but Eddie's
Finished.
professional, man. He's not like
And
he'll
he
say
said
one
he's going
thing.
to City
Yeah,
and looking for a result. He's not going there for anything
of
else.
course, of course.
But
So-
why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
know
mate,
what's he gonna do? He's gonna go there for a loss.
No, he's going to say
going
we just want to make sure. He could have said we just want to make sure and keep it tight. You know, we want to keep a competitive game. He's looking for a result, which tells me he wants to go for a win.
Rick, they comfortably look. Anything can happen. The past is not an assumption for the future.
Perfect
But I'm just
indicator,
saying that
yeah.
in the EFL Cup, both legs they slapped them.
Jay, I know, but if there's
That was
one, I'm
that
telling
was
you,
3 weeks ago.
you go to Newcastle, there's a rabbit pen there. There's always rabbits out of the hat with these blokes. They pull rabbits out. These guys. Trust me, they'll beat one of these guys.
Yeah, but
I can
City
just
are
see
at
it.
home. They're not at Newcastle.
I know, but I understand the drama of it. But if there's ever a team that will beat them,
only
I think
thing-
I think Newcastle can.
The only thing that gives me hope, and you can't draw inference from one game to another. They were up 2-0 versus Tottenham, and that's one of the worst Tottenham teams I think I've ever seen in my life. And Tottenham came back and got 2-2 if at City. But in saying
Yeah, I don't know.
that, Tottenham is like a massive bogey team for City.
Yeah, they don't play well
Massive
against them.
bogey team.
Lucky.
Massive bogey team. Yeah.
Lucky.
So
I think lucky.
They got 2-2, and City give you chances. It's just
They do.
I think what he's going to do is what he's going to do like he's done recently. He's going to go. I don't want him to play five at the back because that you just invite pressure and you cop it.
Mm.
I hope he goes with a 4-2-3-1, which has been working for him lately. And you've got Tonali and Ramsey there, and then you've got Walter Mata in that 10 role.
He's playing
And then
midfield,
you got-
Walter Mata.
Yeah, well, he's coming deep and going forward. Yeah,
But
but what I'm saying is he's playing as like a number 10 there.
Yeah.
And then you've got Gordon up top. Although I don't like Gordon as a striker, he presses,
Yeah,
he
but
chases, he causes
trouble.
havoc. He
does.
can get behind,
Yeah.
and he'll open them up a little bit. And if
He's a
Harvey Barnes
nuisance.
can get on a
Yeah.
chance, he's a massive nuisance.
Yeah,
That's what we needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's our closest replica to what we played like with Isak there. With Isak at the top, Isak pressed, Gordon pressed, and all of a sudden you push too deep, we kill you. We can counter, we can hurt you.
I don't think you'll
right?
press them though.
No,
I
we
think it's
won't.
too
We can't.
dangerous.
You'd be crazy to press
Too
them.
dangerous.
But
Yeah.
but if you got Gordon up top, you got to be careful you don't push too far forward because the guy's quick. Like you
Yeah.
can say whatever you want about him, like
Yeah,
good,
no,
bad,
he is.
whatever,
He's fast.
but he's fast
Yeah,
and
he's very fast.
he can dribble. He's fast.
Yeah.
So if you've got Gordon up top, you got Walter Mata there. I think he'll play Tonali and Ramsey. We've got to survive the first 15 minutes. If we can survive the
Nah,
first
you'll be
15
fine for 15.
Nah,
It's late
nah.
in the game when you guys start getting
No.
tired, and they start
No.
subbing on. They put Jeremy Doku on against
Yeah, I know.
Trippier. Then you're in trouble.
No, well, Trippier, that's another problem. Trippier, he can't run. He's playing for the guy. Oh my God.
I think,
can't tell you how
to be honest, I
Trippier is.
think
I can't tell
Trippier
you how
and
bad
Semenyo
Trippier
left.
is.
I think Trippier and I think Semenyo and Semenyo will cause Hall a lot of problems. Hall's not the greatest defender, but at the same time, Hall's better than Trippier, so I wouldn't worry about as much. But
well,
either
look,
way, they got. It's very hard.
Hall is he's good positionally. Like he knows where to get.
He is.
He'll show you outside. He's got a brain. Hall's got a brain. He won't be a Budal and do what Matty Cash did to Gordon at St James Park and show.
Fuck.
Like,
Yeah.
like Hall will show you wide. Like he'll take you into traffic. Like he's got a brain. But Hall's good on the ball. Like he can get
He is,
forward.
but
he'll play a
he's
pass,
just too
he's very
slow.
good.
He's way too slow for me, Hall.
Nah, he's too slow.
Right, he's Matty Cash with trust me, I'm telling you. They got.
He's
You
a
know
good
what's
player.
funny? They were
He's very
questioning
good.
him.
Very good.
Nah, And they were questioning him. They're like, why are you playing Hall in the midfield? Because every time I see Hall, he's in the middle. So obviously they're
No,
playing.
he's playing. He's doing what all the modern managers are doing,
I
Rick.
know they're putting
The
Cucurella in the
defenders are
middle.
adding. They're finding the best ball player in the back line, and when you've got the ball, you press into midfield. You add another number.
But guess what
Hall,
happens?
Hall is that. Well, they can kick it down there,
Yeah,
obviously,
I know.
like behind. I know.
That's the
But that's
problem.
where you want a bit of compression, right? Want the pitch. As long as he doesn't play Dan Burn and Trippier as our fullbacks, like that could be suicide.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it will be.
Anyway, what's next?
So
What's
what?
next?
So what? The
That's
thing
it.
is, what happens if they built to 3-0? That's not a good thing because that kind of goes back to square one.
It's not a good thing, but we've got Korobag at home, which we should beat them
Oh,
anyway.
bye.
And then we got Everton at home.
You'll beat Everton,
So
I think.
what I'm saying is, if we lose to City and we win or obviously we'll win our next game, and we beat Everton, the feel good factor's still there. Like most Newcastle fans are not expecting anything from this City game. Like it's just,
Yeah.
we don't do well there. But if you tell me we lose today but we beat Everton next week, I'll
Oh, you'd
take
be
it.
happy. Yeah, you'd be
I'll
happy.
take it. Like we've got to be, and then after that we've got Man United at home. So maybe we can do you another favor.
I hope so. Like I'm
So
praying.
what I'm saying is, if we lose to City, whatever, we've got Qarabag, Everton, and Man United all at home
Yeah,
in a
they're
row.
winnable. They're all winnable.
And
Definitely
then
winnable.
we've got Man City in the
In the
FA
FA
Cup.
Cup at home. Yeah.
So momentum can change quickly, and I think the team, if we beat Man City, we can feel that we can beat anyone left in the comp,
Mm.
right? And then we're in the quarters, and hopefully we get a good draw. That might be the trophy to go for this year.
Jeez, trophies. All right.
Jesus.
Right.
Chuck's always
Just
like
saying.
I like his ambition. I like it.
Well,
Kids can't knock the
you
kid
guys
down.
are out first round every trophy, and then you tell me how amazing you are in the Premier League. You only focus on one thing. You're not trying to win anything. You're not trying to ever win anything.
What's the
4
point?
years in a
We're
row.
gonna lose.
You've had one FA Cup run out of every cup you've been in domestically in about 5 years. One, and that was last year. And you wet the bed versus Palace.
Mate, we were playing FA Cup. We had Champions League. We were trying to get for
Here we go.
fourth.
Here we go.
Mate, we're not
Here
sitting
we
in Newcastle playing Carabag.
Yeah.
For goodness
There
sakes.
we go. Carabag.
So,
You guys, didn't you play Club Bruges last year and Young Boys to get to the
mate,
quarters?
they're better than Carabag, that's for sure.
What do
Rick,
you
you guys
oh, God.
good this European comp. This is all you.
Huh?
That's you. That's Villa.
What?
You got to win that comp.
What?
Europa.
Oh, we have. Well, that's
That's
Wake
a
wow.
lock.
up, Jeff.
That's a lock.
Lock. Mate, we've got to.
100%.
We've got to push for it. We have to push for that one.
I
You
imagine.
don't have to. You guys are gonna make top four. You guys got locked in.
I
top
don't
four.
even care. I don't care if we don't win Europe. I just want to make Champions League. That's all I care about.
Nah, really?
I don't care about Europa. I want Champions League. That's all I want.
He's a humble guy.
If you win
I want
win
the money.
Europa, you get Champions League anyway.
I know, but if we secure Champions League with about 3 games to go, 4 games to go, I couldn't care less about Europa.
All right, Rick, what do you prefer? You guys slide down the table and finish sixth, but you win the Europa
Of course.
and Premier League,
Yeah.
or you continue and you finish second. What do you want?
What happens
What'd
in
you
Europa?
take?
We lose?
You rather
Yeah,
take
you don't
Europa.
win. You don't win.
Champions League anyway.
No, if we finish 6th and win Europa, you're going to get Champions League anyways.
That's right.
That's
So
what
you
I'm
take that.
But if you don't win the Europa, but you finish second in the Premier League behind
be
Arsenal this year, what would
You
you
said
take?
which would I prefer?
What would you take? Yeah, what would you prefer?
Well, obviously you win the Europa because you get back to Champions League, so you kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, okay, cool.
The,
But I
the whole
I
premise.
just thought the allure of finishing second would be a very big
No.
accomplishment
It's the
too.
same thing.
Yeah.
So
You picked the right option. You
Yeah.
picked the right option.
But if you said to me, finish 6th and lose a Europa, we're killing all ourselves, and then
I just know how averse to trophy. You don't want to win a trophy. How many times told me you couldn't care less about any trophy as long as it beats Champions League
Europa.
revenue.
It's for us. It's top 4 in Europa. I would take it. Like the problem is, you try and go as hard as you can. Now you got to pick up the wins now to tie up the Champions 4.
What's Europa? Is that sixth place?
Well, yeah, it's 6. So it'd be
And
Brentford.
then the Europa Conference is seventh. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
So-
can't see how you guys agree. You can't see Newcastle getting top sixth. Too far away. There's
Maybe
too many
no.
teams. Too many teams.
Well, you
Right.
think they'll beat Liverpool,
No.
Chelsea, or Man
Dude,
United out.
you're
That's
1
what I'm
point
saying.
away.
Yeah, we're too far away.
Oh, for
Far
you.
away.
Oh, for Liverpool's at
For
42 points.
Newcastle,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay. Yeah,
Newcastle.
it's mate, you lose this week and everyone else wins above you, then again, if Liverpool win, they'll go to 45. That's 9 points ahead of you.
I mean, which I expect, if we don't win tomorrow morning, which I expect, then I think that's the coffin, the nail in the coffin. If we do win and we get to 39, and we've got this nice run of home games coming up, maybe we could put on a bit of a charge. But
Maybe.
yeah, it's
I don't know. It's very
far
hard.
for us. Too far for us. Yeah.
Very hard.
Our best bet for Europa League, believe it or not, is the FA Cup. That's all we can do.
That's tough.
Huh? And that's tough as it is.
I'm-
We've got that's the toughest draw of all.
I reckon Man United are going to start regressing a little bit.
Yeah, but
they've been on a good run.
Chelsea, you got Chelsea that's playing well now. Then you've got Liverpool as
Yeah,
well.
but Man United haven't lost in 5. God knows how many games? 5 games? How many games have they
Yeah,
gone?
But Man United on 45.
Last
Newcastle-
week. No, I know, but
Okay.
last week West Ham they scored in the 93rd minute. The week before they again, you know what I mean? Like they're getting all these late equalizers to actually do anything.
Yeah,
That
very,
can't.
very lucky.
And West Ham should have beaten them.
But I don't
Very
think
lucky.
Newcastle have the squad to come
Yeah,
sixth.
we don't have enough.
No,
We
they don't. But what I'm saying is that I think there's going to be a lot more twists and turns than Chuck just saying we're going to wilt her away. I think teams are going to start sliding and like it's going to be very interchangeable for me.
Yeah, but
How do you see the table playing out? Give me your top 10.
Well, I looked as much as I think Arsenal are going to win it. I still think they're going to win it. I'm like, even though the problem is if Arsenal lose this week and everyone else below them wins, that could I don't know how they're going to react to that because typically
Arsenal can't lose the North London derby.
I don't think they
can't do
will, but if they do, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if they
Comes
lose,
down to that, right? Yeah.
well, if they lose this week and City win and we win, then that gap is not to say we're going to win the title. It just puts more pressure on them because the pack's starting to catch up a bit. I actually, what I'm thinking is, I reckon Liverpool will finish 4th. I think Liverpool make a surge.
4th.
I think they're going to make a surge.
Villa's
Really?
third.
No, I'm sorry. Let me start again.
Villa third.
I think
Yeah,
we're gonna finish either 3rd or 4th, but I'm gonna say, I reckon we're gonna finish 4th. I just don't know if we're gonna sustain it because the way we're playing, and by the time Tillmans and everyone else comes back, it's freaking 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
You guys get results regardless if you play shit. That's the whole.
I know, but we've got Europa as well.
That's been the theme of your season, Rick. You haven't played good in games, but you find a way.
Yeah. So I think you should have a bit more confidence on Villa than you do because you guys get 3 points. I don't know how.
No one knows how. Only Rick knows. The tactics board.
No, look, for me, it's. I think Arsenal won, City 2nd. I think.
You guys 3rd.
I think Liverpool 3rd.
Liverpool 3rd.
Liverpool's a bit far behind, dude.
Because they are, but
what do you see in Liverpool? Like, I'm actually.
I'm starting to look. Wirtz is starting to play a little bit better. No, they've got enough firepower in there to get them through. Isak's going to come back eventually. He's got to start playing soon.
Yeah, but he's got to get fit again.
In their last 5 games, they've lost. Sorry, in their last 4 games, they've lost 2.
They have
lost, win. Like, what's this?
Go look at their run home.
Actually, yeah, let me have a look.
They've got
you.
They got last game, Rick, as well.
Not last game, but close.
No, second. Dude, you've got City last, and then them second.
Dude, they've got Forest, they've got West Ham, they've got Wolves.
Actually,
they've got Tottenham. Look at Brighton.
They're
going to belt those teams.
Look at that. They got West Ham at home. They got Wolves. I expect them to beat them. Then they got Spurs.
See?
So theoretically, they should get 9 from 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then they got Fulham, which they'll beat Fulham at home. They got Everton.
Brighton, Fulham.
They got a hard run home, but like they got Man United, Chelsea, us, and Brentford. That's the last 4 games. That's where maybe tricky.
Until then, but if they've got their tails up,
that's my point. Like, they'll beat everyone.
They could go in those games and thinking, you know what, we're going to beat them all.
And
yeah, look, they should pick up some form with that run. If they don't, oh my god.
Well, Brentford might jump them this week, which could cause a bit of an effect.
And look at the run home for Newcastle for Man United, right? You got Everton away, right? That's a tough game. They got Palace at home. They'll probably beat them. They got Newcastle after that at SJP. I don't think they'll beat you guys. Then they play us. They'll probably beat us. Then they got Bournemouth away, which they never do well in. Then they got Leeds at home. They got Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool, Sunderland. You know, they've got some tough games, Man United, like really tough games coming up. It's for me, Liverpool's got the pretty clean run home.
Yeah, they'll okay. See, I think Liverpool were going to finish fourth or fifth.
So
I
who's going to drop
expect
out? Chelsea or Man United or
Man
us?
United. Man United.
Both Chelsea and Man United.
No.
Chelsea's not
I
making fourth.
I think Chelsea will get fourth. Chelsea will get fourth. Liverpool will get fifth, and then Man United will get sixth. That's my tip. Because as good as nice as that run looks like for Liverpool, I just don't trust them, man. They've got a few shocking results in them.
They do.
They can't defend. They just cop dumb goals, and there's just a nervousness around that team. Like
They do.
you know, if they go behind somewhere, the people are singing "Slot out." Players can't string a pass together. Like it's just,
Mate, to be
it looks easy, good. I just think the top three are set. The next three, there's going to
top
be a
three
bit
are
of
set. Look at this guy.
come on, man.
Look at this guy. You can look at Chelsea's run home.
I think I agree with you. I think you'll start sliding a little bit from a point output ratio, but I think I think Chelsea.
I think
and
we've
Man
already
U-
slid.
I think Chelsea and Man U are going to make some mistakes, and they're not going to catch you.
Well, Chelsea have got Arsenal next week. Good luck.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they got
But
us that away at that Villa Park, which God knows. And then they got you guys,
That's
which
three
you guys
big
give them
games
good.
for them.
You guys give them good games.
We always give Chelsea good
I know.
games. That's
And then they got Everton
well,
away, and then Man City.
at their home ground.
Bro, look at this.
Generally contest, but at Newcastle, we normally beat them.
Look at this. They've got Chelsea. They got Burnley this week. Then they got Arsenal. They got Villa. Then they got Newcastle. They got Everton, Man City, Man United. Next 6 games.
Yeah, there you go.